Alright everybody, welcome back to Kilnspark. We are back again, this is episode 2. On our last adventure, our brave heroes boarded a steam vessel for various wants, needs, hopes, and dreams to thwart an assassination and come across a treasure that needs protecting. So let's introduce our cast once again. I'm your GM, as always, Ricky.
I am Kyle. I'm playing Obadiah Stolly, a dragonborn artificer born in an Amish community and took a liking to technology and left and became part of an Inventors Guild.
I am Allison. I am playing Vale Corwatch, who is a young urchin high elf. That's pretty much it.
Alright, I'm Rachel. I'm playing Hecla. I am a half-orc barbarian who is passionate about spreading around her tribe's craft ale, and loves animals, loves protecting small men. That's it.
I'm Ian, and I'm playing Ajax, who is a 2-year-old warforged out to try and see what the world is like, and is currently 0 for 2 on successfully protecting merchant ships.
We will also have a guest joining us today, Ethan, playing the guest character.
Hey, I'm Ethan. I'm playing as William Whizzlefizz.
He is going to become relevant to the plot very quickly, and we will see a further introduction of his character when we come to that. But first, all of you and Schwinn were given a night in the inn in different rooms. Schwinn asked to share the room with Ajax, if that would be allowed.
I don't sleep, so I'm not even using it for anything. I'm just kind of... I will be the creepy one in this room. Yes, it's totally fine.
Excellent. He sleeps very restlessly if you watch him sleep, but if you don't watch him sleep, then you don't know that.
I have to watch him sleep to protect him, obviously.
Deep into the night, inspiration strikes a young Obadiah. And what have you invented in your night?
I have worked on a project I was already kind of messing with. I used some magic stones and built a little casing around them, and essentially made a couple of walkie-talkies that we can carry around with us that work apparently infinite distance from each other. So yeah, I got those.
Infinite with an asterisk. Your dimension may vary.
Sure.
Anybody else have any morning rituals or things to do when they wake up? Any divinations or anything? Oh, I don't have to ask about divination. Nobody's a divination wizard.
I would like to just spend the entire night... Well, okay, so I guess do I have any coffee?
No.
No, I should find some.
Coffee is a sacred beverage.
I'm sacredly preparing it when I find it.
Okay.
But I'll put that on a quest
You've
to
heard
do
of
list.
coffee.
Yeah.
And if you can make a dream, you've dreamt of it.
I can't, but I just think of it wakingly instead.
Okay, excellent. Personal vendetta for coffee. It's a noble venture.
Oath of caffeine.
Everybody has leveled up before we begin. As you guys all gather for breakfast in the tavern underneath where you guys are sleeping. Schwinn approaches you all, still terrified and still just as completely helpless looking as he always does. Alright, so I asked around last night, and apparently some whizzle whatever wonder shop exists, and supposedly the tinkerer there might be able to help us out, because I don't think we can wait around 2 days for that ship to get fixed. We need to get out of here now.
Okay.
You already saw one assassin. If Dovin Industries is sending assassins at me, they'll send more.
Who has the box?
Huh?
Who has the box?
He does.
Oh yeah, who does?
He has the box.
it.
He's holding the box.
Okay.
You can keep doing that. That's fine. I have no compulsion to touch this box.
That old man yesterday was incredibly strong.
Yeah.
I was impressed.
You think he was an assassin?
Yes, I do think that he was an assassin.
All right. So we can't keep wandering around with this thing. We need to get it safely to the Elven capital.
Okay.
Does it maybe stand to reason then that we should go look at the store, and you should not go wandering the streets of this rather seedy town with the precious box?
That's what I'm getting at.
Okay. So
You
stay
can you all
here.
take your breakfast to go and let's leave?
Yeah, I'm good with that. I'm always happy to do some local shopping.
How do you know this guy?
I don't.
Oh.
Are you going to be
What are we supposed to get from
okay
him?
here?
Oh, you want him to build the ship, right? Fix the ship.
I hear that he is a magic enthusiast, and I'm hoping that he has, I don't know, something to help us. It's better than sitting around doing nothing. At the very least, he could find, like, a better box to hold this in, because this box isn't holding up anymore ever since somebody opened it. He glares at all of you. He doesn't actually know who opened the box on the ship, but he just assumes it's one of you.
I got you, my man. I'll get you a new box. I also, just as a reminder, would be very honored to take a look at it at some point and maybe be able to help figure out how to contain it a little bit better. I was basically in the top of my class
You saw
during
what
the
it
academy
did.
at the guild.
To that assassin's face.
Yeah, well, I would be careful.
That was with a slight bump.
Nah, let him have it.
That's 2 votes. Anybody else?
I mean, look what it's doing to your face now. Schwinn.
What's wrong with his
Schwinn.
face?
He looks very upset. That's all I'm saying.
Is this what upset looks like?
I am upset.
Okay, I'm
You
taking
look
notes.
upset.
You're correct.
Thank you.
Alright, well then let's go.
I'll go. Sounds fine.
Yeah, I'm happy to leave. I've already eaten.
I don't.
Alright.
I'll just stand like ceremoniously near him, just sort of like it's part of the gig, right? So I'll just bodyguard him. I would like to be within 5 feet adjacent to him at all times.
You very much are.
Cool.
The streets of the town aren't exactly crowded, but they're not empty. There's a decent number of people just walking around, and Schwinn is always looking over his shoulder. Go ahead and perception check to see what you guys see in the crowd. See if
Okay.
you notice any dangers.
What's it say?
17.
Okay.
I
do not.
not.
That is a
I rolled a 20, so I got a 19.
5.
I also got
I
a
got
19.
a 5.
16.
Alright. You two are wide awake this morning. The tea at the inn was very good, and you guys clearly had it. You guys notice that a lot of people are starting to gather and leave town that look like they're like all dressed in like floral, like white silks and like floral bonnets and stuff like that. One of you even notices the girl from the boat who was trying to get you to join the Great Harmony. She seems to be in one of those groups, and they seem to be on their way shuffling out of town. Other than that, just seems like your average sailors and people who are currently not sailing but maybe want to be sailing soon. The whole town sort of has this weird curve to it. Like it's hard to explain, but all the buildings look like they're slightly just slanted, ever so slightly, like they've been pushed a little bit.
Huh.
It's very slight, and it's a little unnerving if you've never been to Epicenter before. Nothing seems to ever go in a straight line. Even the streets seem a bit jagged. But so far, no one seems to be following you yet. As you make it into the shop, go ahead and describe the shop.
Okay. So walking up to the shop, it's and of course this is your setting, so tell me if anything it would not work at all. But it is a small wooden building that is it's reminiscent of a log cabin of sorts that has a small like window that almost looks like you can walk up to it to kind of address anyone inside. And the most notable feature of it is that there appears to be a tree growing out through the roof in the middle of it. Other than that, it's just kind of a small, very homey looking place. It looks like it has 2 floors, but it looks a little squished, as if maybe it was built for someone a little shorter. And it looks like the top floor is basically someone's living there. But that's what you can see from the outside.
Well, this place is quaint.
It's not what I expected, but maybe the man who runs it is some... I don't know, I just hope he's not one of those Harmony people.
Looks kind of dingy.
I like the tree.
Always found that the smartest inventors live in places like this. They don't have time to focus on things like walls.
Yes.
Well, I mean, you can be a pretty smart inventor and still have, like
Style.
style, taste, comforts of home at least.
Haven't seen it yet.
Well, you should, come by my place sometime. I might be able to change your mind a little bit. It's
Is this style? I'm just like staring.
this is, yeah. I mean, this is like some of the most up and coming fashions in Austin at the time. So, yeah, I mean, I'd say I'm pretty on top of things.
Gotcha.
Well, aren't
All right.
you fancy?
I'm now judging everybody based on how close they resemble Obadiah.
Whatever, let's just go inside. At the very least, you could have some power converters, and those would really help me out.
Okay.
Hey,
I'm
is
sure this will go
anybody
over great.
anybody home?
Oh,
I mean,
hello?
it's like,
Hello.
knock knock. I say knock knock as I knock on the door.
I can hear you through the window. The door should be open.
Sounds small.
I open the door.
Hey, there we go.
I guess I'll have to like duck to get inside, right?
There's a slight ring as you enter the door, and you see...
There's you can see there's a tree in the middle of the room with some birds seem to be nesting in one of the low-hanging branches, but there's a kind of low-to-the-ground shop counter at the back, and you can see a very small man with a kind of well-maintained white beard and a small pointy hat behind a counter at the far end of the room.
Oh my god.
Can you describe what you are wearing also?
I am currently wearing a somewhat older-looking kind of long coat that's made of leather. It's like kind of a dark green. I have lots of kind of bags and pouches on me, as well as like a scroll case over my back. Aside from that, I have kind of some small like round glasses, and I have a large pipe sticking out of my mouth.
As soon as I see the pointy hat, I say, yes, this is who we're looking for. This is it. This will work.
A really annoyed-looking skinny man walks in, and he's just cradling this box, and he is just like, I heard that you could maybe help. We're trying to get something to the Elven King, or at least if you could better package it. It has a little trouble staying confined in things.
Oh, you need a box and to get to the Elven Kingdom. Well, I know how to fix both of those things, but I don't know how good my boxes will be. You'll have to check. There's a whole wall of them over there. Do you want grown or ungrown?
There's a difference. I need the box to not break when suddenly impacted.
I mean, unfortunately, all boxes suffer from that problem if enough force is applied.
Yeah,
but
this guy can't help us. We need to go. We don't need to be in here.
oh well, I mean,
Hold on.
Seems to be doing something.
The boxes are
He just
interesting,
said his
but
boxes won't work.
he said
hear
he
him
won't. But
talking.
he said, I said, just completely ignoring the fact that he's right beside me. He said he's not sure about the boxes. That means he is sure about getting to the Elven Kingdom.
What?
yes.
Do you have some way to get us over into the Elven capital faster?
And this is the cliffside teleporter. So I do know of a transport device, a teleporter, as you would, somewhere in the it's like sea cliffs. There's some cliffs out by the ocean, and I believe it was built out there. It should lead you directly to the Elven capital, but it's been a while, of course.
Really?
Yeah,
You mind if I take a look?
I mean, I don't own them.
Oh.
Sure, feel free.
Are they just within the city somewhere?
So he's describing an old circle, runic circle back when the Elven Kingdom was whole and not a bunch of islands. There is about half a day's travel outside of the town. He knows of a teleportation circle that used to be used to get to the Elven Kingdom. And he's been tinkering. He thinks that he might be able to recreate the ritual.
Of course, anything magical always piques my interest, and it's been taking a little while to get the old runes scribed in correctly, and there hasn't been anything too bad that happened so far.
I think it would be excellent if we could continue not by boat.
Yeah, that didn't really go very well the first day.
I don't think
second.
I don't think you could fit a boat through the circle, so I think the only option is not by boat, sadly.
No, happily. That's what we said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's good to hear.
It was
Well,
a pretty impressive boat, though.
Do you know the area? Because, I mean, I don't want to bring any alarm, but I'm kind of a big deal right now to a lot of spies, and we need them not to follow us.
Well, I mean, it's not currently being owned by anyone out there. It's kind of just squatters' rights, as it were. And I'll take off my hat to scratch my head, and there will be a fat-looking rat sitting on top of my head. And I'll kind of like nudge the rat and then scratch my head, and then put the hat back on.
I'm just staring wildly, just like straight. Like every time, no matter what's happening, moving around, my head is just like laser locked back to you.
I'll take like
Just
3 steps
realize-
back away.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was just Rathu. He's my familiar. He shouldn't bother anyone.
Rathu?
Yes.
Can I say hello to Rathu?
Why, of course. I'll take the hat off again, and then I will kind of coax the very kind of chubby rat into my hands and hold it up to you.
I would like to sort of pet him with one large finger.
So
Like give him little scritches.
Rathu probably appreciates that. He's a very large-looking rat that the only thing odd about him is he has some like small little cloves kind of growing out of him. If any of you are familiar with like Fey origin creatures, it kind of looks like something along those lines.
I am meanwhile holding this hat and staring into it, going, "Yes, finally, this explains the height. I couldn't figure. This is perfect. I get it.
What a good
There's so
boy.
much space."
What do
Good
I
boy.
find if I start poking around the shop?
In the shop, there's a lot of things. Most of it is spell components. There are some more mundane magical supplies. Pretty much anything a wizard would need that isn't too crazily expensive. Aside from that, there are some, odd bits and bobs that you can see here and there. The whole time that you've been in this store, you kind of heard the chitter of wildlife, as the whole thing seems to be weirdly in tune with nature. A lot of the objects that you find look more grown than made. And
Okay.
the whole time you've been in here, you've also heard the gentle strumming of a harp. There seems to be a small wooden harp that's fused with a desk near the back of the store that's kind of playing itself. The only other thing of like note is there's been a broom dusting the floor just kind of around the room, and if anyone gets close to it, an object will bump into them that, seems to be holding the broom, but you can't see it.
I am definitely
Broomba.
right up on that while I'm trying to figure that out.
The broom?
Yeah.
If
I'm just like feeling around, like trying to see what's making it move and like pushing it a little bit.
sorry, that's my unseen servant. Don't mind it.
Oh, that's fine. I'm very curious about any kind of new magic spells I can find.
Oh, well, I mean, I have a few scrolls, if you're interested in looking.
I look back. Do you have coffee?
Do I have coffee?
That's a sacred beverage of one
Somebody
of
will
the
have
elven
coffee.
god.
Well, the elves are a little secretive with their sacred beverages, unfortunately. I don't have any. I have tea,
You've
though.
tried it once.
I have tried it once. It was,
How was it?
It was an experience. I didn't sleep for 4 days.
I'm
You
not
had
sure that
your
I could feel
greatest
anything.
magical breakthrough on the day that you tried coffee.
It led to this, and I'll hold up a weird-looking stick that is in a corkscrew. I don't quite know what it does yet. However, it has had some explosive results. This isn't a pun. It's made things explode. I don't like it that much. But, I mean, it's useful.
Can you make it do that on purpose?
No. That's
Okay.
the bad part about it.
You shouldn't keep that inside the house. The house is wood.
Well, I mean, I guess on purpose is a very weird term. Yes, on purpose, but not by design. It's hard to explain. It's fine. I'll keep it in this bag for now, and I'll put it away in one of my leather pouches.
I
Quinn is
stand
over with
farther
you,
away from this guy.
studying the broom. His face is just disdainful.
Are you still looking for some boxes? I have an entire wall of boxes and scroll cases.
Back at Gen Tech, we got roto sweepers. Way more efficient than this. This is the old way.
How much do you pay the roto sweepers?
He thinks about his words. He looks ready to answer, and then he looks you up and down and just goes, "A fair wage."
I nod. I'm satisfied. I turn away.
I want to go sit with the harp that's playing, and I I really like the atmosphere of your store. It feels very much like being in the forest where I'm from.
Oh, well, yeah, I used to live in the forest in a gnomish commune. It was quite a long time ago, and, well, my wanderlust kicked in, and I figured the best way to find new bits and bods and odd magical treasures was going to a big city, and a much better way was making a place where people would try to bring their odd bits and bobs to sell. So one thing led to another.
I have things to sell.
Oh, what do you have?
I'm a traveling sales woman, and I have a lot of craft ale.
Craft ale?
Yes, craft ale. Made from locally sourced ingredients in the forest I come from. Would you like to buy some for selling?
Well, yeah. Well, I would like to taste it first.
Of course. I hand you some.
I will taste the ale. What does it taste like?
Blueberries.
I knew you were
Ooh.
gonna say that.
Oh.
I don't
know that?
I don't know why I was like, she's gonna say blueberries.
Wow.
It was crazy.
I've never tasted such a delightfully fruity ale before.
Maybe we should not get our guide drunk before he takes us over to Sea Cliffs.
Oh, please, I'm a heavyweight. It's fine. I won't drink much more than this. I would love to buy, how many barrels of it do you have?
I don't understand what this conversation's about.
3.
I would love to take at least 2. How much for a barrel?
15 gold.
Is that reasonable?
I have no idea what the currency is like and how much
I'd say
That makes
15
sense,
gold's
though,
I'd
right?
say
We're
the
just like
best.
you
from
would
the
sell
forest or
you would
whatever.
sell a cup of ale, like a craft ale, probably for like 3 copper as opposed to 1. So you could probably get at least 200 cups out of a barrel. So 600 copper. So like you're probably
That is-
charging around like
5 times too much.
that's
300 copper
Six
is-
gold. Is,
So
6 gold,
6
yeah, so
gold
2
is
times.
like so maybe 4 copper.
that's 600
We got
copper.
5 gold for a day's wage on the ship.
If you 5 gold for a day's wage. I'd say about 6 gold would be the going price of a barrel of your ale.
Okay.
Sell it for 10.
7 gold a barrel, I would say.
Well, I do enjoy having people sit down in the store and drink various things. You know what? Sure, 7 gold a barrel sounds wonderful.
Oh, thank you, good sir.
And I'll go back behind the countertop, and I will pull a crank, and the countertop will up with me with it, and I will hand over the 14 gold for the 2 barrels of ale.
Since I have seen
Thank
him, I have not moved or blinked. I have stood dead in my tracks, holding my backpack in front of me, just looking bothered. Mostly doing nothing.
Well,
Except that one time that I tried to leave and no one let me. That's all that's happening.
I can't help but notice that your friend is, for lack of a better word, completely stunned. Did I do something wrong?
No, that seems to be what she does most of the time.
Oh, well. all
Would
right
you
then.
like some ale?
It's pretty good ale.
Stop trying to get my security entourage drunk.
What about you? Would you like
is a
some
good point.
ale?
No,
Well, I
Wow.
guess that is a good point. When did you want to leave for the Sea Cliffs?
now.
Oh, can we wait 5 minutes? My assistant comes in the store at noon, and then I can pass the keys over to him so I don't have to lock up.
Sure.
All right, wonderful. Is there anything that you want in the store while you're here? If not, I can put a pot of tea on.
No. We don't have time for that. Let's just. Can somebody wait outside and watch?
Yes.
I'm
do
also
it.
watching. This is what I do well.
All right.
I volunteered
Roll-
first.
Roll perception to watch the crowd, the people who are going to watch.
Maybe this is why I'm a sucky bodyguard. It's because
What is your perception stat even?
I have a 1 in perception. That's only because it's I have proficiency in it. I have a -1 wisdom. So
Powerful.
However, I did just roll a 20, so that's 21.
Hey.
I rolled an 8.
10.
What are you doing out there?
I was coming out to talk to you, actually.
Oh, okay.
You actually.
That's probably why I rolled so low.
You actually notice.
This is so exciting.
Yes. You actually notice a couple of men, a couple being 2, and they are in dark traveler's cloaks, and you see when one of them turns a briefcase with the insignia of Dovant Industries, which is a corporation that does a lot of patents, a lot of inventing, and a lot of industrial. They're mostly known in the iron yard. but you do know that it was mentioned recently as a rival company for whoever Schwinn is working for.
Schwinn's still back in the store?
Yep. The two men sort of like look around and they point at somebody away from the store and they walk that direction.
Without moving, without like turning just exactly stock still as I was, I say to the two of them, don't tell Schwinn.
Don't tell him what.
There are people here that probably want to see him.
Isn't that exactly what we're supposed to tell
No,
him?
we can't. He does not need to know this. We need to keep them away from him, but he doesn't need to know this because he will make it difficult to protect him.
Are they like the killer? They're like trying to kill him kind of people?
Probably. I point.
Oh, can I see him?
Yes, you can see them.
So what should we do?
Keep an eye on them.
Okay.
Anybody want to? We should see what they're actually looking for. They're going over that way. Either they're looking for him or they found something else.
I'll follow him.
You want to follow them?
Sure.
All right, go ahead and roll stealth to sneak behind them.
Was this a bad idea? Let me just see real fast. No. Okay. Right now.
This is the truest D&D way.
I'll
22.
Wow.
You are silent, and you get pretty close to them as they seem to be going from stall and shop.
Do you want me to go with you?
Go ahead and roll an investigation check
Follow
to
behind.
see if you can overhear
Okay.
them.
I'm following her.
Yes.
20.
Wow. You are great detective work.
I don't want to be in that building.
The
You just meld in. You are the street urchin.
That's true,
Your
I am
street
the
has
street
become
urchin.
the urchin.
the two men have artist renditions that look like Schwen and that look like sorry. Hecla.
Hecla.
Oh.
Hecla. Oh. Okay. Are you gonna roll to see if you... I guess you weren't there. It's fine.
They
I'll
seem
come
to
back.
be asking various shopkeepers if they'd seen these people.
I'm following you, but I'm trying to be very casual. I've never spied before, so I'm just kind of somewhere slightly behind you, casually like
Go ahead
shopping.
and roll your investigation.
I'm
Shopping
not actually
noises.
like investigating very much at all. I'm being terrible at it, and my roll confirms that I have a. Where is my investigation? 12.
There's some
Did
really
you
Just
roll
great
over
a
like
16?
yes, this cabbage.
there's some really great eggplants around here.
Nice.
Like definitely the curve of the eggplant is like perfect. Actually, you've noticed now that all of the produce and everything on this island seems to just like be slightly shifted just a little bit.
I start fake examining the produce and actually just get really into the produce and start like asking the
Actually,
people like,
like-
is this organic? Do you grow this yourself? I just get completely distracted with
Eggplants and bananas look like exceptionally good here
Ooh.
They're perfectly straight.
because
Is that
they're
what you said?
extra curved.
Oh, extra curve. Okay.
Is there anyone still inside my shop? at the
Yes,
I am.
L-trained bananas here.
Hecla is with you
moment? Hecla.
as you gather your supplies and prepare to leave, and so is Schwinn,
Okay.
who is the traveler who is not in the highest of spirits.
I'm gonna run back to the store, and on my way, I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna say, "Grab me a banana." And I'm gonna keep going.
as you go past, I'm just holding an armful of bananas and eggplants. Like, oh, hey, did you find something? Sorry.
Did
just
you
start
buy
following
them?
you. Yes.
That's not what I meant, but that's fine.
As
Alright.
you get back, I just sort of curtly like, what'd you find? What are they doing?
They
You spent 7 silver in fine produce.
Gotcha.
Fine.
the two of them have drawings or like pages of Hecla and Schwen, both. I don't remember what else I learned.
This is a problem. I was thinking like maybe we could just disguise
How do they
Schwinn,
know who Hecla is?
but we can't disguise Hecla. That's not going to work.
How do they find that out? Who are these people?
Can I hear the conversation?
Are you guys inside the
y'all
store?
Talking inside the store?
Technically,
We
no.
were right outside the door, I think.
Okay.
Technically,
that's
yeah,
fine.
we were outside.
We're like within murmur range of the doorframe.
Because
I mean, if you guys are
Schwen
done
can't
preparing,
hear
you
us.
guys can come outside too.
I just would have grabbed a little bit of rope and probably some like weird looking torches just
Right.
in case, and a singular spell scroll, which I have told you about earlier.
Right.
As he steps
imagining a
outside, I'm
torch
just
with a
going to
mohawk.
scoot a little further.
Well, I have everything that I need. Is everything okay?
I say, yes, everything is excellent. By the way, we should take back roads.
Sure. I know a few routes. Do you want the scenic route or do you want the riverside route?
I wanted the route that is least scenic of the city and most scenic of the backside of the city that isn't seen from the inside of the city.
Well, we
You
could
know
go.
where that is.
Oh, I know where that is. Where is that?
I nod.
Are we
is-
like walking
Oh,
towards
wait a minute.
something now?
It is in a very similar direction to where all the people from the Great Harmony Commune are headed.
Of course.
It's
Are
often.
we heading towards an area? Like, are we walking?
Oh,
Have we started
Have you
moving
guys
yet?
started yet?
there's
No.
only
No,
one
okay.
thing.
What?
The only thing that sorry, I just have to address this. My assistant probably
Rathy?
shows up at this point. No, not Rathy. Rathy's not my assistant.
Is your
Rathy-
assistant a gnome?
No, my assistant is a young human, probably around like late teens, early 20s.
Gross.
Shows up. He's in like a kind of standard blacksmithy / artificery garb. Yeah, like an apron with some tools in it.
Okay.
He looks like a little bit of soot maybe on his face. He kind of shows up and he says, "Oh, hey, William. Oh, are you heading out for the day? Yes, I have a few friends who wish to see bits of the city. I would love for you to take over the shop for today. I know you've done it before, and I will pay you a little bit extra, of course." And then I kind of jangle over a massive key ring over to him, and just to make sure my shop isn't being left completely
Right,
unattended.
right. Fair enough. Fair enough.
I was really hoping that your assistant was going to decline and you're going to have to argue with yourself. Convince
No,
your
no,
assistant to make it work.
It'll. Don't worry, you'll be paid extra. Just make sure you feed the chickens. That's it.
This 18 to 20-year-old boy human. What does he look like?
He is kind of. He's kind of tall, kind of slender. Looks like he has. You ever see like mechanics muscle, where
Yeah.
like they have like weird like trapezoid muscle, or not trapezoid. But that is the wrong word.
No, when they're
What's this? What's this?
Bicep.
No, tricep. Like weird tricep
yeah,
muscle
yeah.
from like
This is this
cranking.
Wrenches.
Yeah, in like awkward ways. He just
Yeah.
kind of has like swimmer's body essentially. Yeah, he just seems like a reasonable.
Does he look well fed and not
Yes.
not beaten?
No, he looks very well fed.
You said he was like slightly dirty though, right?
Well, he has like a little
Soot
bit
or
of
something?
Yeah, like soot. That's
How did
pretty
this
much
happen?
it.
Is this like your type?
This is my type. I didn't know it though.
Pretty sure
start
she's just
shipping
checking
things
to
early.
make sure.
Kilnspark was actually just made to be a love story.
This is just a collaborative dating sim.
Collaborative dating.
we'll
sim.
make it
That's
one.
called dating.
But yes,
I also want to date anyway.
but yeah, yes. First of all, everything
Girl, I do.
I've already taken care of
Oh,
most of
not
the
him.
morning things.
Control.
You just need to make sure to feed the chickens and close the rain shutters. I think we're supposed to be getting a storm later today. I don't know. I don't keep up with the shoutings of the forecast, but. Lock up, standard procedure. If anyone looks for something special, just write it down and I'll take care of it tomorrow. And then I'll just make sure I have everything.
All right. So we head to disembark. Are we making any preparations for travel?
I took everything that I had with me.
I'm meaning mostly are we walking? Just do we have cloaks? What are we wearing?
So I ask William. So this route, how would you say about a day's travel? Is it through? Do we leave the city? Do we end up in
I
brush?
completely forgot something that my character has.
What is
And
it?
I apologize, and it will suddenly become relevant, but I also have a mouse friend.
Oh.
Oh,
He's not a
man.
companion, he's just a mouse that hangs out around me and occasionally just like
a mouse
scurries through
that
my
hangs out.
stuff.
I ship that.
My
How many holy symbols can I have? Are they like little
It's like that scene from The Mummy.
You have a holy symbol.
just one?
There are many like it, but this
don't know
one
why
is
you all
yours.
laughed.
I don't know
No,
why
I
I've
like-
never heard that question before, but that's
It's-
How many,
amazing.
I ask myself
Wanna
that
buy a
question
holy
all the
symbol?
time on a consistent basis.
It just reminds me of the scene from The Mummy where he
Your
pulls out
faith-
6 different.
And
It's like-
devotion is what makes it a holy symbol.
Like Van
What?
Helsing, where they just have boxes
What,
of crucifixes lying around.
What is in a healer's kit?
That's like a
In a healer's kit, it's like
Band-aids,
Bandages, gauze,
bandages, gauze, like alcohol.
sewing.
First
Okay.
aid kit, yeah.
Yeah.
Then,
It's a funny question
Oh,
because
wait.
coming from anyone else, my response would be, "What in God's name are you planning on doing?"
it's not that big of a deal. Hang
No,
on.
what about the
literally,
extra holy
literally
symbol?
God's name.
right.
What in which god's name?
What in which God's name?
But yeah, how long would it take to take this weird back route to the
So
sequence?
actually, you know of a couple routes here.
Okay.
There's two routes.
There's two routes.
Well, one of them
Death Stranding all over again.
goes through the petrified forest.
Like a pen or
You also know, living here for a little while, that the entire island was really affected from a large magical mishap that exploded here, pushing everything outward
How long-
from the center of the island.
How long ago was this? Just like
Hundreds of years
okay,
ago.
like prehistory.
Seems likely.
That's why this place is called Epicenter.
Interesting.
I have
So
different
the
toolkits.
crater at the center of town where the epicenter was, everything is slightly curved away from that. And even like nature grows away from that. So this forest was completely petrified by magic from that explosion hundreds of years ago. And the wildlife show as well. You know that the woods can be a little dangerous sometimes, but it's not mating season. Or is it mating season? Man, you just really don't keep up on that. As
Wow.
long as it's
That's
the
a
wind's
burn.
not blowing from the north, or maybe it's the south, we should be fine.
Who's saying this?
The other thing you know, the other path,
Internal dialogue.
the other path is cut through this weird area that's sort of been cleared out. People keep coming and they keep doing like druidic rituals there. There's a lot of singing. They talk about a great harmony. It seems a little too cultish for you, but you're happy that they're happy.
Okay.
And you know that you could cut through that compound if they're in good spirits today, and you can make it to the cliff sides that way.
All right. Well, I know of two routes that would keep us a little undercover, as it were. There's the petrified forest. Wonderful this time of year, I think. There's some wildlife that may or may not be hostile. It really depends. Nothing that a group such as yourself shouldn't be able to take care of. However, if you're not for the scenic route, there's also this the harmonious bunch. They're these druidy individuals that they meet there and they sing their songs and they hold hands and sell soaps. We
yeah.
can cut through there if they're in good
Princess.
spirits.
We may have run into one of them on the boat.
They will absolutely tell every single person who we are.
Yeah.
I like-
We should definitely go the route that does not have people.
I like the forest.
There's less people in the forest. There's sometimes hikers, sometimes hunters, but much less than in the
I want
harmony.
to go ahead and roll nature to see what you remember about the forest.
I would love to roll nature about the forest. I love the forest.
As much as I love experiencing local culture, I really have no interest in going through the
Oh, the harmony people?
the Harmony
it's-
Festival.
It's all a big scam. Don't worry about it.
Oh, I know.
I think maybe for safety we need one more person.
Oh,
We're a
Do you
pretty
know-
big
Lance's
group already. We got
At human boy in the
Matthew.
corner. What is his name?
Percy.
You're referring to Percival, my assistant.
that is his name.
Well, I need to. I mean, he needs to watch over the. I guess we can take a day off. I don't know. It's. I mean,
Everyone knows 5 is the lucky number of this world.
we have 5 people already.
We have 6. Schwinn?
Does Schwinn really count as a person?
Schwinn does not count.
wow.
I'll take the
okay,
hit.
we do
If
six.
Schwinn counts as a person, I don't. So
20 plus. Hold on. For nature is intelligence. So 23 for nature.
you're gonna get your boy toy killed.
All right.
I will not
You
have a
remember
healer.
tales that in the petrified forest, the bears are not a problem. They're pretty docile creatures,
Some
actually very cuddly.
Lovely bears in the petrified forest. They will walk right up to your hand and eat giant blueberries out of it.
Wonderful.
It's
Up until the
a
last
little
word, that was a
terrifying.
problem.
However, the stone spiders,
Oh,
that's where we could run into trouble.
I seem to have just remembered something truly horrible. The only problem with the petrified forest is not only did it petrify the trees, the great event that created Epicenter as it is today, there's also some. Are any of you arachnophobic before I continue this tale?
It might be fine. We might not run into them, but you know of these calcified, rock-hided spiders that spin solid stone instead of silk.
There's the tarantulas that live in these woods. They spin stone instead of webs. It's quite a sight, actually, when the morning dew hits them. But they are made of rocks, and they will eat your blood. It's not the best.
That sounds kind of like an old folks tale, right? Kind of like the
No.
Our choices are
Alligators in the
Stone
sewers
Shelob
kinda
or
thing.
Greenpeace. I know which one I am picking. It's still not Greenpeace.
Yeah, you more afraid of spiders or cults?
Here's the good news
I
about
had
the
to deal with
spiders.
a lot of spiders back home. I'm not really that bothered by spiders.
I
so-
don't
Giant
think
stone
the
ones.
spider webs are sticky because
No.
they're made of rocks. But they're made of rocks and they might cut you.
We could also just avoid the spiders.
Yeah, probably.
I have a way with nature.
I also have a way with nature.
She has a way with nature.
Well,
there we
small
go.
nature. I like small nature. Spiders are a bit big. Well,
Not to me.
I'm fine with doing it though. I mean,
I'm sure it'll be fine. I could use a hike, right? I mean, I'm sure all of us could use a.
ooh,
I'm
I'm gonna run back into the store real quick.
Okay, go
I
ahead.
Can I make
even
a?
know
Can I
what
just
I'm
check?
doing.
Do another crowd scan
What are
to
you
just see
getting?
if they are happening to be if these agent guys are back like heading towards our corner yet?
So
Go ahead and did you crit last time?
I did crit last time.
Yeah. It looks like they are exactly heading up the block. They were heading up the block at every shop, and now they're heading back down this way. So you've got about a good 10 or 15 minutes before they're going to probably get to this current shop.
Sure, we don't want that to be the last minute.
you hear or you see William sprint back into the store. You hear the sound of many pots and pans falling over and things being shuffled. And then William runs out with large burlap bags that are labeled trail mix. And he's like, I never leave the house without them if I'm going on a hike.
This is good. We should go on
Sounds
that hike
great.
immedially.
Are they
because
large compared to your
They're large
size?
compared to me. They're probably about the size of like a decent size like freezer bag, maybe.
Excellent.
Hey, Emma, I say to like just out loud, kind of, if there was somebody we didn't want coming back this way, they would be starting to do that now. Not that there is.
That's weird.
That's an odd thing to say.
He says weird things. Just ignore him.
That's the custom here, right? We speak strangely and we wear rats.
Oh,
I love that custom.
I don't-
Let's leave.
okay. I don't
What
wear rats.
what
I
does
mean-
my holy symbol do?
Your holy symbol is where you focus your spells.
It's a rosary.
It's like
Gotcha.
it's like an arcane focus for a wizard versus.
Okay,
So-
that makes sense.
It's like a
I would
wall.
like to attempt to very sneakily leave my scarf in the shop.
Your scarf?
Yeah, she drew me with a scarf. I have
Okay.
You
a
have a
scarf.
scarf. Oh, I'm glad I made something canon.
It looks like the only clean thing on
Go
me.
ahead and
so
make a stealth check.
let's see what happens.
You're wanting no party member to know that this happened, right?
Nope, I don't want anybody
So-
to see it.
Okay.
20.
What's everybody's passive perception? Does anybody's
How do you
passive
know what
perception?
passive perception is?
It is.
It's a box. Mine says -1. So I think that means it cycles all the way back around to 20, right?
It's 9.
It's a what?
It's 10 plus.
Yeah, passive.
modifier.
I
there
don't
we
know
go.
what this
Passive.
is.
10 plus modifier?
I actually don't have that written down. How do you calculate
So
that?
passive perception is.
Oh, none of us have
it
anything
is-
in
Passive
that.
perception?
It is
Oh, I don't
10
have it.
plus
I don't
your
have
wisdom
it.
modifier. So
10 plus wisdom modifier?
So if
okay.
it's minus, so it's like 9.
Well,
so
then I've done a passive. I just don't notice much.
Yeah, I
Oh,
don't
wait, let me
notice.
put.
Mine's
What is
11.
it? It's
Okay,
10,
11.
10 plus wisdom.
10 plus.
I have 11.
I forgot to mention, if
I
you
have
are
12.
proficient in perception, you add your proficiency modifier
Yes.
to it.
Okay.
Oh no!
But that's the only different thing. Sorry about that.
I don't think anybody's going to beat the 20. I'm just checking, just for
No.
Okay, so
rules.
my wisdom is -1.
Yes.
I'm proficient in
Perception.
Perception. So
11.
10 plus
You have
-1
11
is 9, so
passive
11
perception.
perception. Got it. Right.
But she rolled a 20, so none of us know.
No, I rolled a 17. I have it. I added
Yes, that's fine.
a 20.
All right. No one's noticed you leave a scarf in the shop for right now, as you are leaving.
I'll probably notice
I
halfway
can't
through
wait
the
to
walk.
see this come
Weren't
back
you
around
wearing
at
a
some
scarf?
Someone might. That's fine.
Something's going on here.
So my
I know the old
Clo-
scarf trick.
I look very like dingy, dirty. All my clothes are like very. Nothing about me is standout or interesting. Probably no one would notice that I left anything,
I'm
Sure.
except maybe him. 'Cause He,
All right,
he
so
cares
did-
about people's
I
clothing.
do
Did we
catalog this
decide on a path
obsessively.
here?
Forest, spiders, not
yes.
the hippies. Once again, we reject the hippies.
I don't think they're hippies. I think it's more of a cult. I really don't know, though.
Same thing.
I said the hippies already.
Have you been in a cult?
I've been in a commune. Does that count as a cult?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I mean, we didn't worship anything. We just kind of lived out in the woods.
That sounds normal.
Let's ignore this for now.
Let's
it
just
sounds
go
like
to the thing before anything bad happens.
it sounds like y'all are. in
Don't
a hurry.
worry. I'm not saying that nothing bad is happening. I just wanted to say, don't worry, Tim. That's all. It's not a lie.
It's always glad to be a little more alert. Let's go.
As we're walking, I want to pull Hecla sort of to like the back of the group,
Sure.
inconspicuously. I'm just
You
gonna
have to
kind
speak
of like
to her.
pull
though.
on her
Fur.
That's yeah,
Fur.
fur.
Are you furry?
I am wearing
She's
No,
like
she's
fur.
wearing
like fur
furs.
straps.
Oh no, the things you used to love were furry. You have murdered them.
That's
Hey,
not really true.
Part of nature is it's a dog eat dog, or it's a bear eat wolf eat rabbit world.
Do bears really eat wolves?
Yes.
Do you know anything about
If
the
they are hungry
what was
enough.
what was the group of people that had images of her and Sven? Well, you said they had a symbol on there.
Dovant Industries.
Do you know anything about Dovan Industries?
Absolutely nothing. Do I know anything about Dovan Industries?
They once tried to buy your refinery and you refused.
Okay, I do know something about them. Okay. They tried to buy my family's brewing technology, but I said no, and they said no. We said no.
Was that like recent or?
Was it
A year
recent?
ago or so.
It was last year.
What's the name of the company that made the ship?
We like small business. We like to support small business and not mega corporations.
Is there any reason anyone might want to hurt you? Just
Double S shipping.
Is there any reason anyone might want to hurt me?
Shipping.
Is there any reason anyone might want to hurt me from this company or in general? Should
Do
I know
you
that?
feel that?
No.
All right then, probably not.
I don't think so. I haven't done anything. I'm very amicable. I mean, friendly. So
You do stand very close to people.
I thought that was comforting.
Maybe.
I take a note of that.
I would like to
That's
walk
all.
next to Ajax while we're walking.
Why do you
Sure.
ask?
And
I feel comforted.
I just like to know.
Where
these
would you like
things.
to walk in this ragtag group of people?
I would
I
love
don't
to be
share
right in front,
information well.
happily stomping along
Schwinn
with
is
my
trying
arms swinging.
to keep in between Hecla and Ajax.
This is good.
at
I am
all
trying to
times.
be the front point of the party. I'm just only being outpaced by this guy because he's whimsical and not adhering to battle formation.
If
did
you need me to
No. We need a scout.
All right.
I would like to talk to Ajax as we go a little bit, and just say like, so hey, it's kind of a heavy question, but I mean, what's the point of conversation if you're not talking about real things? I always think, but are you like, well, I guess conscious, or where exactly did you come from?
Two different questions.
Yes,
Conscious.
they are.
I would say so. I think more things are conscious than we realize. Because if I am, surely many other things should be, right?
I guess
The
maybe.
fact that you had a question about whether or not I was conscious
Thank you for
means
this conversation.
Yeah, you can
so
do
many
this
things we
conversation.
don't question as whether or not they're conscious could be.
Well, I mean, I make a lot of things myself,
Yes.
but I wouldn't
Yes.
say any of them
Do you
are
give them
conscious. No. I mean, we don't really have the ability to do that yet. I didn't think, but
Somebody does.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what you are exactly. So
I would.
I wasn't left with a lot of instruction as to what I am.
If I mean, I do hear this, but I pipe up and say, of course, Warforged have souls. That's the whole point of a Warforged.
what Warforged?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, are
real
they called
quick.
something different?
So, Warforged are like new.
Oh, they're brand new.
Like,
Okay.
there's like maybe 12 in the world.
Would I have heard of them before?
You might have. Roll Arcana.
Roll Arcana. Ooh, hey.
I was made as a one-off C-3PO type project by a crazy dwarven priest who then left as soon as he got bored of me.
Did he kill the younglings?
Did you say this out loud and answer my second question?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
But I pretend I didn't say C-3PO then.
Okay.
You've not seen a Warforged before. You've not seen a sentient walking person made of metal like this before, but you've heard stories and rumors.
Okay. So ignore that statement that I
Okay.
just said.
It's okay.
I think it's a fair question. If I saw somebody else like me, I couldn't be sure they were conscious. I was made as a one of a kind thing, and certainly the person who made me, I wouldn't trust to make me again. So,
Well, the fact
Who
that you're
knows?
asking these deep, intrinsic questions means that you are, in my opinion at least, very conscious.
I mean, what
conscious
is
of the self.
consciousness really, though, right?
Well, there is a great philosopher that said, I am aware, thus I exist.
Who's in the back of the party?
That's
We
very
are.
smart.
Either of you, would you like to make a nature check to
Yes.
see the trail, or a perception check?
Sure.
Are there any small birds or woodland creatures in this area at all?
Addendum to that, are they terrifying?
Oh. I rolled a 1.
You rolled a 1.
Oh, but I have a modifier of 2, so it's a very high roll.
There is absolutely nothing wrong. You are sure of it. It's such a beautiful day.
That's really good. I love
what
that.
did you roll? And
11.
you rolled an 11. Are you rolling what?
Perception.
Perception?
Mm-hmm.
You sort of swept up in like the whole conversation. You look behind us every now and then, and like you don't see anything weird happening. No one seems to be in trouble. As you guys start entering these woods and these like petrified trees that are all bent away from the city you guys just came out of.
I do want to say that terrifies me. I'm used to organic shaped things now. I'm used to metal shaped things. I am. It is deeply unsettling to me to see these organically shaped, weirdly bent things. These shouldn't be mixing. I'm saying this out loud.
But so far, you don't really see anything. But every now and then, you just get this weird feeling.
I'm gonna...
Woodland creatures and birds. Yes.
Okay.
There are definitely a few birds flying around in the forest through the trees and stuff like that.
May I
you
address
have
one?
Seen
I
touch with
it's
your-
a
Sure.
forest gnome racial.
Absolutely.
Speak with small
Feelings.
beasts through sound and
Sure.
gestures. You may communicate simple
we-
ideas with smaller beasts.
Sure.
If there's like
No.
a songbird or something nearby, I would like to like attempt to address it towards me. Maybe whistle a jaunty tune towards it to get it land.
You have gotten the attention of this small blue and red striped bird.
It's Spider-Man.
I would like to.
That's a bird.
This might not be simple enough to be a simple idea, but I would like to communicate with it. Have you seen any of the spiders nearby, or in like a very close by? I'm guessing like
You mean spiders? Question mark.
yeah,
just
spiders today.
Have you yet today? No. Has
so
that
speak-
been your day yet?
You speak slight bird language, and the bird just happily chirps back, "No spiders, no one's dead," and then flies off.
I will let it go off into the sky,
I giggle.
and I'll turn around and say, "Good news! That bird didn't see any spiders today.
I still feel kind of weird.
Well, it's good to be alert."
I've heard of a thing called pollen.
People in the front of the
terrified of
party
it.
now, you can all make a nature check or a perception check looking ahead of you.
I would love to. Both of those are equal. I will do nature.
I should be better at looking at
You're
things
a-
than understanding natural things.
Nature.
I know.
13.
I'm really interested in your conversation.
Yeah. I got a 7 instead of a -5 because my nature knowledge is slightly higher.
How did I get a 1?
15 total?
16 total.
16 total.
You get a 7.
You got a 7?
Yeah.
I'm in the back of the party.
You notice about 60 feet in front of you, one of the rocks seems fibrous.
Ew.
I hate that.
There's
I dislike that greatly.
There's like a random stone outcropping in between some trees, and it is fibrous. Like, looks like it's been made of thread.
I stop it. I put up my shield arm. The arm is like more heavily plated on one side, so it kind of it serves as a shield. Said, humans. I'm addressing all of you. Don't just for the record. There are many strange rocks here. Is that one stranger?
Can I look at it?
You now see this rock, and you're like, oh yes, that is a stone spider trapdoor.
Well, I have bad news and worse news. The bad news is we're in spider territory. The worst news is that is a stone spider trapdoor. They
We can
ins-
walk around it, though. You don't see any other ones. Now, alert to the issue that there might be trapdoor spiders around. that are also made of stone that also make stone trapdoors.
Watch for flinging rocks. Like what's going?
Watch for falling rocks.
So these spiders basically just 3D print things. Is that what happens?
That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Okay.
You have a very good eye, metal man.
Ajax.
Nice to meet you, Ajax. Or, well, we've already met. Nice to know your name, Ajax.
I don't say anything back.
That's fine.
I just take that as a good. I registered that was good.
Good boy. Yes.
What
are
does a
so
mouse
nice.
friend do?
Who, me?
What does a
Yes.
mouse friend
Oh,
do?
well.
Consoles you in times of need.
Okay.
I
Just
seem to
it's
remember
really-
they are good at stringing peas through needles.
Well, I thought you got the
pearls.
mouse
Sorry.
friend because of your class, but you got it because you're a street urchin,
Urchin.
right?
Yes. So anything
You have a
given to
Disney
you,
mouse.
mostly
That's what I
from your
thought.
from your background and things like that, like random things that don't actually have a purpose written on them.
Mm-hmm.
You get to tell me when they are important. Like you need to come up with, like if you come up with a creative reason that mouse becomes important.
This
Wait,
is
wait.
Sally. She knows how to smell stone spiders.
not that specific, but like you
She
know.
flunked out of the program because
Listen,
she was
tiny
on
rat.
drugs.
If you suddenly come across like something that's a little like tight, like a tight little like narrow passageway, you're like, oh, I've got this pet rat.
Oh, you can like
walk through.
You can like Dragon Quest 8 it and send him into a room to retrieve a piece of.
I was
paper or
thinking
something.
Yeah.
Lego Star Wars Young Anakin, but that's okay.
But like, yeah. So
Is
Also,
speaking
you
to
can just
animals
sort of-
an extra language?
no, it does not help you as an extra language. It
like
will
a
not help you in
spell.
combat. It is a friend of yours. It's part
Okay.
of your character.
Gotcha.
And if it becomes useful to a puzzle solving degree, then that's
Okay.
great and creative.
So by friend, it will like listen to me,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
It's like
Okay.
a
It's a
pet.
diary mouse.
It is a
Diary
pet
mouse. Knows all my secrets.
It's a pet mouse that loves you and loves living in your bag and won't die when you throw things in the bag.
Wow.
Dear mouse.
I love
Today I
it.
saw on Percival's other ear. It's also great.
What?
So, anyways, trapdoor spider avoided. We turn course. Unless you guys want to approach this. I'm sorry. I
No.
made a decision for you. Do you guys want to approach the trapdoor spider rock?
I would give it a decent distance.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
me too.
There was not a
Even
decision.
though I love nature.
I was routing around. This was
Okay.
Well, now that that's avoided, anyone want any trail mix? And I'll hold up the bag and jangle it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will hand small bags to whoever says yes.
How's the trail mix?
It's delightful, but very sweet. It's like
Okay.
honey coated things and like sugar baked. It's
I
like
would-
kind of too sweet. Almost.
I would like to take a bag, like sort of look at it real quick, like look at it for a long time, and then just put it away.
I prefer it this way. My favorite
Curious.
trail mix is actually just M&M's. So.
It's not trail mix. That's just M&M.
I don't like
It's
this
trail mix
philosophy.
if it's peanut
My
M&Ms.
favorite trail mix is Skittles. We can keep going with this. This is good.
You are worse.
I was actually waiting for
Yes.
the punchline of the trail mix joke to be like you opened the bags and it was just like gravel. It was
Ugh.
like the mix of a trail.
I was thinking,
Oh no, I'm not
It
that.
was like I scooped up trail.
I'm not that much of an insane. That sounds horrible.
I don't know why that came to my mind. I was like,
This
But
is-
that's
not-
what you would have done.
We're not in Xanth.
I mean, I might have written down on my notes that I want to make a magic item that's a bag of trail mix that when you dump it, it just makes a road.
That sounds pretty
That's a
handy.
great
That's great.
idea.
that's just like one of those like nature's secret or whatever. Those bars that like just crumble every time you touch them.
Oh
I ate
god.
three of
It's
those
not just like
today.
Those are
Hansel and
a
Gretel
nightmare.
like breadcrumbs. It just has a solid paved
hate
granola
them.
road behind you.
I like breaking them up
No,
and
the
putting them
trail
into
mix
yogurt.
is very sweet. Lots of just baked like honey, nuts, and oats, and like no chocolate, but just like overload of honey and sugar.
I like it.
I'll take a bag. I say, glaring at you.
I will offer you a bag.
Thanks.
So we are doing well through the stone forest. You guys do notice like a couple of like cuter animals, like a little stone fox person, and not person, but like a little stone fox. Like, it's a gray fox, and it has like strands of rock in its like tail and stuff like that. Because that's Star Wars world building is to put a fox of whatever element on whatever planet you're in.
Ice crystal.
That's
Ice
just,
fox.
That's
so
just
ice
weird.
fox. Anyways,
It's just
Can I talk to the fox?
do you speak with animals?
Yes, but
Do they
recreationally.
speak
I'm not
back?
good at it.
Recreationally. So you don't have the spell speak with animals.
I don't think so. No.
I speak with animals. They just don't
But I
speak
do.
back.
I do. I actually wrote that in my character information.
You can definitely talk at this fox. It is smelling the trail mix. And it's come close.
Hello, beautiful. I give it a nut.
It eats the nut.
The fox eats the nut. Okay. I get out my bagpipes and I start playing a song I think the fox would like.
The fox
alert every
does
spider.
not like the bagpipes. Go actually go ahead and roll performance. That's not fair.
Roll for bagpipes.
Roll for bagpipes, please. Nat 1? Nat 1?
No.
Okay. You are proficient in bagpipes.
I got a 4.
You are proficient in bagpipes,
What does
so
that
you get
do?
to add 2.
That's plus two.
Okay, 6.
I do believe a 6 in bagpipes is proficient in bagpipes. That sounds.
So it sounds great to you, but the fox scurries off.
Oh, little buddy.
I will.
Wow, that's very loud.
Thanks.
Stomp my fingers and- I'm enjoying
Perfect
it.
way
Yeah,
you
you're
said that.
doing it. Okay.
Thanks.
Sounds like someone who would play bagpipes. That's exactly how they would
It's
say
been a while
that.
since there's been a bagpipist around these parts. Is that what you call a bagpipe player?
I think you don't call them at all. That's really, it's really a dying industry. Oh no.
That's not. It's the instrument of my people.
Wow.
You're just
Fascinating.
you're piping-ear.
Sure.
Now you come to a point where the path does seem to split a little bit.
Which way goes towards the sea cliffs?
Did you forget?
Well,
You don't remember this fork in the path.
I don't remember this fork ever being here, and I've gone this way a few times.
Which side was here first?
This was a trap.
Which side was here first? Can I roll?
That's gonna be rough.
Can I roll Ultra Brain to
You can roll.
remember?
You can roll investigation.
Yeah, this is oddly suspicious. I
Oh, no,
don't.
he's just painted on the ground.
I actually. Oh, I have proficiency in
Granola.
investigation. Yo.
It's just a wall
19.
with a trail painted on it.
19.
Yep.
One of these paths is clearly newer.
It looks like this one was recently paved. We should probably not go down this one. At least if my memory serves correct.
Although, I turn back to Vale. How would you like to try a little bit more sneaking? They want us to go this way, but if they don't see us going this way, we could figure out why they want us to go this way.
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna get my
Yeah.
my walking stick and I'm going to prod at the air that's above the new path to see if it's a fake wall. Like a Looney Tunes style,
There is
painted brick wall.
No fake wall.
Okay. Nothing. A long time ago, there was a rival shop. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm down.
What happened to that rival shop? I didn't see another magic shop in the town.
Oh, no. I mean, they left. They found greener pastures. I mean, we sold different things. It's just that, there was this
They moved
rival.
to a farm upstate.
They moved to a farm upstate. Yeah. It was a rivalry in the sense that people came to see us be rivals, and both of our shops got more people. It was silly. I missed that guy. I wonder what happened.
All
to him.
right. So which path are we taking? You're the guide here.
You want me to sneak down the other one?
I think it'd be great to know what's down that way, even especially so we can avoid it.
I'll give it a shot.
Go ahead and roll stealth.
Oh,
Do you want us to-
give her one of my
Sending
walkie-talkies?
stones? Yeah, walkie-talkie.
Ooh, what is that?
Rocky Talkie,
this is
guys.
my own invention,
Rocky
actually.
Talkie.
Walkie-talkies, yes.
You're so good.
Fascinating. What does it do?
It lets people communicate over long distances.
Ooh.
Pretty much, I don't actually know what the range is, but you should take this, and then we can still hear back from you in case something happens.
All right.
If it goes poorly, scream loudly into the mic.
Do you want us to run after you if something happens?
I would be happy
Yeah.
to accompany you if necessary.
I don't
Although,
think you're very sneaky.
Okay.
A bit
Also,
obvious.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm quite sneaky if you need someone.
Yeah, he's small.
I can get smaller too.
That's cool.
That's all right.
Comms check. Good check.
okay.
While you were thinking about doing this,
Gulp.
somebody in the back of the party.
That's only her.
Okay.
I guess at this point.
You are going to now notice you hear voices coming from behind you on the path.
I want to run up to the other people, not the
Like-
people behind us.
Right. So everybody can sort of hear if you guys stay quiet, you can hear voices of some people coming down the path. They seem to be.
Do they sound like hikers?
They actually sound the opposite of hikers. They sound very complainy.
Motorcyclists? Like what do hikers sound like?
Like a hiker would be like really into the hike, right?
Oh,
and these
look at
people
all
are
this
like
nature.
they're just like, this is an awful place. Why can't they shipped us here?
Gripers.
Yeah, gripers.
Schoolers.
Wow, it's weird that you said the same word at the same time, but they sounded different.
So
Guys, if someone sees us, should we have to like knock them out or something? Or
We could hide behind a
No,
rock. And
we
then
will not knock them out.
but I thought we didn't want anybody seeing us.
We could hide
I
behind a
didn't say
big rock.
They would see us.
Wait,
So
I have an idea.
there's
I'm
a
gonna-
forked path here, and there's
Alright.
people coming from behind you.
How dense
guys
is the
have about-
foresting on either
You guys
side?
have about maybe 3 minutes to make a decision of what to do.
Could we hide off the side of the trail and see which way they take?
Now, you guys can definitely hide off the side of the trail. There's trees and stuff. It might be a little difficult to hide, and you don't know what you're up against exactly, but if you do want to hide, you can try. Everybody would be making stealth checks. Of course, if anybody has any way to hide better.
I was just about to ask.
All right, how do we hide better?
So there's two things that I can do. I can create a minor conjuration, and it. Well, actually, no, that's a bad idea. Second way, minor illusion. So I could make like it's up to 5 feet.
Right?
So I could make a small rock, like illusion rock, for me to hide in.
Right.
So that would be
Tunes wall.
an easier way for me to hide. But like it could be up to 5 feet cube. I don't know if everyone can hide behind it because that's kind of small, all things considered. But
5 feet.
it would certainly help maybe one or two of us hide.
If it's 5 feet cubed and you do it at an angle, that spreads out 10 feet like on an angle. That's enough for us to all kind of like crouch behind. Like if it's an actual just like illusion they can't see through, we could definitely all just angle ourselves behind that in a way they couldn't see us from the path.
I figure
How-
we add on to like a rock that's already there,
Oh, yeah.
maybe.
How close are the hikers?
They seem like they'll be on you in about 5 minutes, so you need to be hidden by 3. Or
How
else they'll see you.
Is that like 60, 70 feet? How far is that? you think?
About 60, 70 feet.
Okay.
So
I
just
can make
Or
a
a little further
sound
back, but
somewhere too, actually. Just if we want something to distract them in a different direction, I can run over and like make something start emitting a sound.
I think they're probably following us.
Maybe
All
we'd
the
be able
better
to
die.
know if they
However,
go if we're able to watch them.
I have
they're
absolutely
distracted.
no
There's
way
nowhere
to
else for
hide,
them to
and
go
I
except
won't
back.
be good at it.
do you want me to make I could maybe extend one of these rocks off the side of the path and we could huddle inside and behind it. I could fit inside the rock easy. If we extend it upon one that's already there, it'll make, kind of a big...
It's worth a shot.
No,
I think it's-
that
we
sounds
should
like a
definitely
good
try to get
plan.
off the path.
Sounds are getting louder. What are we doing?
I'm gonna,
Yep, we did
I'm
that.
gonna
Or do
find
the
a
thing he
kind of a
says.
big-ish boulder or rock and then like minor
Sure.
illusion to extend it out. Like
Okay.
kind of make it match and
You
then
guys
I'll-
are gonna so it's a 5-foot cube of rock added.
it's
to
not gonna be
another
like a
small rock.
Minecraft block, but
Right,
I'm gonna
right. Exactly. It's not gonna look.
and I'm gonna hide
suspicious.
inside the illusion just so
Right.
they have more space to hide around it.
All right.
I'm gonna
I'm
jump over.
going.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, you first.
I'm gonna jump over to the other side of the path and just like find a rock on the ground, and I have magical tinkering. I can make it start emitting a non-verbal sound that's audible from up to 10 feet. So I'm gonna make it just start like making like a weird
Where's this
animal
rock?
noise.
The one that you picked up is making this noise.
Yes.
He can
Okay.
he can
I'm gonna
make
pick
like
up a rock
thing.
and I'm gonna
Yeah.
just like do like a magical effect on it that will make it just start emitting like a weird like
Make the noise.
animal noise.
Make it sound like a dying bird or something.
Make the noise, Kyle.
I'm gonna make it just start doing like some weird like chittering thing, like like a weird like alarm noise.
That's
like
just
a weird like
Pippa. I want you to sound
How dare you
monstrous and
mock our
awful, and
child.
Make it sound like it's terrible. And make it sound like Ian's bird.
and I'm just gonna toss it over
Yeah.
to the side of the path that we're not gonna be on and run back over there.
Oh, yes.
Okay. All right.
Just so that there's something maybe for them to like get distracted by
All right.
opposite sides.
All
to
right.
give us like an extra minute.
So who is hiding in the rock?
I would.
I
have
would
to
say the
be-
rock is probably good enough to hide 2 people, and then you can hide behind the smaller rock that's near it.
Okay.
I will have to hide behind the rock because I have no.
I also will have to hide behind the rock.
My stealth is 0 and I've got nothing and I'm shiny.
Where is the rock? Is it right at the fork?
It's over to the side of the path before the fork.
I have another question.
Yes.
Is there like at the fork specifically, is there like a tree growing in between the two?
No.
is there like a rock there or like a bush or anything?
No, there's no natural
Okay.
reason for it to fork.
I was just wondering if there was like not like a natural reason for it to fork, but like something small enough for like my rat to hide in, because I can tap into it since it's my familiar and use it to see, so I can still see.
I mean, there's definitely like small trees around the area. So if you want to place him somewhere a little further towards the fork, you can do that.
I just want to like so I can maintain like completely hidden
Right.
and see through the rat.
Right.
So I'm gonna run over and put my kind of fat rat on the ground, kind of behind something,
Sure.
and tell him to stay, and then I'm gonna run back behind the rock.
Okay, fair
I
enough.
love this so much.
All right, everybody, quickly. People without hiding places. You two and Schwinn, where are we hiding?
I will try to hide behind some trees.
Okay.
Same.
And can I also go ahead and cast my mage hand and just have my little remote control hand out?
Where do you? Okay.
I just kind of wanted to have it at the ready. Last time I was just
Sure.
moving it as an extra object. I don't know if that's how that.
Yeah,
wanna keep
it
doing that,
works
but-
just like the spell does. So
Okay.
it's fine. It'll not be visible. You're ready for mage hand.
Okay, I just wanted to have it out just in case I
That's
needed it.
fine.
Should I just roll stealth for
Yes.
hiding in trees?
Schwinn is gonna also just follow suit and try to hide in a tree.
You're a big blue dragon.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Schwinn rolls a 10 to hide.
I got a 9.
Schwinn's a real roll 10 kind of guy.
Yeah. Well, you guys are.
I went down the other pathway.
You're going.
Yeah.
You're not gonna hide with them. You're just gonna go.
I will go and hide further down that direction.
Okay. How far do you want to move down the pathway? You can move 30 feet quietly. You can run 60 feet a little louder.
I'll only do like 10 feet.
You only do 10 feet? Okay, so you're still in the same sort of vicinity.
Yeah, I just chose that direction.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception check before your stealth check.
I already made my stealth check. Stealth check. My perception is 11.
Okay. Seems fine. You find a good spot. You're hiding.
My stealth was 21.
You're hidden.
Cool.
You are the knight.
I am the knight. I
the-
want to cast Fairy Fire, though, when they're within 20 feet.
All right,
The
if they
hikers.
get within 20 feet, so like at the fork, you want to cast your fairy fire?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to pull up fairy fire real quick so I know exactly what it does.
Yeah, I want you to look it up because my phone died. I have it. It
Fairy fire.
outlines objects.
It limbs them. Limn. It's a fun word.
Oh, weird.
Each object in a 20-foot cube within range is outlined in blue and green or violet light, your choice. Any
It's
creature
violet.
in the area when the spell is cast is also outlined in light. If it fails, a dexterity saving throw. For the duration,
Was it any creature?
yeah, for the duration,
Oh.
objects and affected creatures shed dim light in a 10-foot radius, and everybody gets advantage. So
okay.
it's a 20-foot cube.
What does that mean?
So like
So-
if there's
Oh.
so if there's
That's what
people
it
walking in
covers.
a
So
little group,
it's
you can
like-
go wah, and then like everyone in that cube has to make a dex save.
Oh, so it's like a black light when you walk into it.
Right, it's going to outline you. Like, what it's going to do is if they walk within 20 feet of her, she's going to outline them in light and make them easier to hit.
aim bonding. Cool.
Yep.
Nice.
Wow, it's like the L1 button or whatever.
Interesting. Okay.
All right, so you have prepped fairy fire for when they get within 20 feet of you.
It's so cool.
Cool.
You guys are hidden. You guys are hidden pretty well, except for you.
Or just be hikers.
What was your?
That's why I was thinking about having my crossbow ready, but I didn't want to be threatening just in case. So I just have my remote control, and
They'll
you
just
can't-
be hikers,
You can't
yeah.
see my hand drone; it's just like above us a little bit.
3 men come walking down the path. They are in traveler's cloaks and they carry briefcases. Anybody who saw them earlier, they are the same men. They have another flunky with them, it looks like. They all look pretty fit. It is 2 humans and 1 elf. And they are walking down, complaining, thinking that, oh, I don't think that person was right. That centaur was completely wrong. There's no way they're down here. And then they see you. Hey, what are you doing?
Hey, yeah, no, I was out walking, and I heard this weird sound. I've been trying to find kind of where it's coming from. It's been echoing around. It's,
Yeah, those damn birds. They don't live in the city. The soot gets them.
yeah, the birds. I study wildlife. So I'm just cataloging.
Hey, have you seen these two characters? And like one of the guys is gonna roll out these posters, and it's going to have images that sort of rotate on the page of Hecla and of Schwinn.
No.
They've been
can't-
seen around these pots coming through the woods.
No, it's been pretty empty out today. That's pretty impressive on the paper though. What makes it do that?
That's a Dovant Industries secret. It's our special ink.
They have anything on them that might contain that special ink?
You want some ink? You give us the information. You seen these people?
No.
The moment
No.
just sell out friends for cool ink.
Listen.
Afraid
I've done
not.
I was gonna say.
But they did just confirm that they have the ink on them, did they not?
They did.
Okay.
Are these people?
Well,
now
they
that
said
were
they
were
did.
were they talking to Obi over here? Are they? Have they gone past the point where I was hiding?
No, but they're pretty close. You're like within 10 feet of them.
Where do they have a satchel or anything?
They're all carrying a briefcase.
Oh right.
It's where you keep your briefs.
Like quadcopter.
How tightly?
This now, one of them actually set down the briefcase so they can show you the paper.
Can I try to pilot my hand down and like?
You want a mage hand to pick it up?
Yes.
His extra magic
absolutely do that.
You can try.
Everybody's
Go ahead
except me,
and
but I
roll-
aligned successfully.
Roll
What's that?
sleight
Don't
of
worry.
hand.
Sleight of mage.
Your
Sorry.
hand.
What is that there device you got
slight.
there?
I
hand
rolled
better be
personality
slight.
traits. Let me see how slight my hand is. 15.
Okay.
All right. Your hand is very quiet and silent, but you do have this big remote.
This is actually a device to help me track the birds down. It emits high-pitched sounds that we can't hear, but they can, and they respond.
Tracks boids.
Yeah.
What a stupid device.
Well, I think
Who'd
that's
want to
subjective.
find a boyd? Hey, this mook says he can find boyds.
I mean, I can hear one over that way, so it's working.
I am
Yeah,
filing
there's a
complaint
Boyd.
with HR.
But who cares? Boyds don't make money. Now this guy, he's got a very dangerous weapon. We're trying to contain it. Okay? Elf
Okay.
King's gonna start a war if he gets it. He's trying to run to the capital.
Oh, it's pretty serious.
Yeah. It's pretty darn serious.
Well, if I see him, I'm happy to let
This
you guys
woman,
know.
she's wanted. She moited a guy. Tossed his body in the water like it's nothing.
Oh,
Should have
worst
seen
crime.
his face.
She doesn't look like the type. I wouldn't have guessed that.
You know them half orcs. You know.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's a little bit, racist potentially, but yeah, no. You know what? If I happen to run into him, I'll let you guys know. If you're staying in town, I can come by. Where will you be if I do happen to see them?
Where will we be? We'll find you, kid. Okay.
Okay. Fair
If they
enough.
ain't here, the island's not too big. If we can't find them, then they're already gone. But listen, you watch out for this fella right here. He's shifty. He don't tell truths. Okay. He's got a weapon. He says it's a scientific advancement. It's a weapon. Know that, kid. Keep your chin clean, okay?
Yep. I'll just be out here with the birds.
I think that's racist to pay somebody with scales. It's insensitive at least.
Do you have a chin?
How did my hand do?
Insensitive,
Hold
sir.
on.
He has hella chin.
Does anybody want to take any actions from the hiding
You said
places?
he's 10 feet away?
Yeah, he's 10 feet away.
Oh, I can't do anything.
You gotta suplex him.
No, I wanted to be in bodyguard range, so if they tried to attack you, I could stop them.
Then
But I can't.
they walk forward a little bit. They get to the fork. They are now in range of you if you want to still cast Fairy Fire.
Yep.
They turn around and they are looking like they're
you
going
guys are
to
here yet.
they're going to address you again.
Okay.
Hey kid, which
Yeah.
way is we supposed to go? Now you can cast your fairy fire if you'd like to.
Do they know that it's cast?
It's going to
will glow.
light them up.
Oh.
It makes them glow like laser tag.
It's like
I didn't
Yeah.
think they knew that, though.
Huh?
They know?
Yeah.
it would
Well,
be.
they will know because they'll.
Oh, 'cause the
there
other
will be a
person will
sudden
glow.
Burst of.
It identifies it to everybody in the area.
Yeah.
I think it's not just to you.
Well, I'm pretty sure the one to the left is new. I think it's supposed to be nicer, faster.
No, I won't cast it.
You're not gonna cast it.
No.
Hey, old Marty, where's your case? Where's my case? Where'd you leave it? Did you leave it at the bar? They're just arguing amongst themselves. They've now noticed that one of the cases is missing. Your hand has just taken it, dragged it into the ditch a little
I
bit.
thought she was gonna have it just up in the air, like in a tree or something.
Sure. You've
Forget
hung
about
it
it
into a
and-
tree.
I figure they won't
They
look
just-
up if they try to look for it.
They
Yes.
they just like Brooklyn at each other in like increasing like waves. Are they within 5 feet now? They've gotten closer to the
Yes, sure. They're within 5
Okay,
feet
I would
of
like
you.
to ready an action. If they make any move towards Obi, I will have that readied.
Okay.
I'm gonna have my hand just to hang the case in a tree branch up above, like just kind of like try to hide it out of the way.
Ayo, kid.
Yep.
Take my case.
No, I mean, I've been standing here talking to you the whole time.
I don't trust your device. Nobody's ever looking for Boyds.
Well, they're valuable for research. I mean, they migrate. You know, it's important for understanding climate and things like that.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Okay.
No, really, guys, birds are fine.
Persuasion is
People definitely go out looking for birds.
persuasion.
I have met at least half a person who enjoys
16.
birds.
It's a completely legitimate hobby. I like birds, and you know what? I don't really appreciate you shaming me for the things that I'm interested in.
Oh no.
You know what? Okay, let the kid chase his dreams. I had a dream once. Marty, you're a dunce. You probably left your case at the damned inn.
Get destroyed, Marty.
This is probably Marty's like last chance to do good with these people. He probably has like at least himself to feed, and he's gonna
Why
get
you shouldn't
fired.
be such a fuck up?
Wow.
So
Wow.
they start heading down the new path. And they're, unless anybody wants to take any actions, they just sort of like go away.
Cool.
They leave your shot.
Cool.
All right.
I unfold from inside this rock.
You're all welcome.
I will make the
The number of times
rock go away.
that could
Okay.
have gone wrong because you wanted ink.
I'll follow him.
You know what?
Huh?
Unnecessary
him.
risk.
You're gonna follow them?
You're what?
Okay, go ahead and roll
I'm
stealth.
supposed to figure out what's that direction, right?
Go ahead and roll stealth.
What if this is the one where it doesn't work? It's not. It's a 21.
Wow.
You are following right behind them.
Did they say anything important?
Yeah.
I just pretend to be Marty's briefcase.
They're
I can also roll perception if I need to find things like
they're
around.
just like they're going on. You know, they're making fun of Marty because he lost his case. They're making fun of Drew because Drew had a dream once. And you don't dream anymore. You know, we don't dream at Dovant Industries. We make.
Dreams are for rookies.
Anyways,
We make fun of third
eventually
guy because he doesn't have a name.
They seem to notice that there's something odd, and you notice the trail is sort of like less prevalent. Mm-hmm. And they sort of stop. They go, "Hold it, fellas. Something ain't right here." And then out of nowhere, the ground opens and a spider, just huge spider, comes out and just takes one and pulls them back under. And the other two turn around and just bolt.
same.
Which one?
Same, 100%.
Huh?
Which one?
Marty is gone.
No!
Marty is gone.
He's so quickly punished for his inaction.
If only he had his case.
He could have hit it.
He could have given the spider the case instead.
This is actually just Death Stranding.
I have to believe you because there's no way I'm playing Death Stranding.
You can trust me.
It doesn't seem like a you game.
So anyways, You're not hiding, you're running.
Yep.
They notice you.
Yep.
Hey, Mook, run! Faster!
I'm running very
So
fast.
you guys are
People
no
walk
longer
behind you.
hidden. You
Yeah.
guys hear shouting coming from that direction.
Oh
I'm
my.
sure it's fine.
What's that noise?
Do you guys want to immediately try to hide again?
No, I would
What
like
is
to
the plan?
immediately run down the other pathway. At this point, I think anybody who's here, I start going this way, this way. We're going.
I listen.
Whenever's coming back,
I'll
we need to go that
follow.
way.
My
That way.
mage hand follows with the briefcase.
That seems like a reasonable
Sure.
choice.
I shuffle everybody ahead of me, and so I'm now at the back of the party.
Oh no! Wait! I dive and grab my fat rat and then run.
All right.
Good save.
I yell over to you. You have the other Rocky Talkie, right?
Yeah.
Tell Vale to cut through, cut across.
Oh yeah. Fail. We're going down the other path.
Okay, my walkie-talkie has now spoken to me.
What did you expect it to do?
No, that's
That's-
fine. It doesn't matter.
That's what he describes.
There are 2 other people next to me. Now they know I have a walkie-talkie. Doesn't matter at all.
No.
Okay. All right, I'll
As
cut through.
if you look behind you, there are the 2 guys, and then there are 3 giant spiders made of solid stone.
Time to cut across.
Not
I'm
a
gonna cut
fan.
across.
I want you to understand that the only way that it is possible to visualize this is SpongeBob and Sandy running away from the Alaskan bull.
Alaskan boa.
Big.
Right.
It was all wiggly.
So, I think you can cut across.
That's what I was
What
told to
is
do.
your nature? Roll your nature, or sorry, your survival
Also a big
skill
question.
to see if you
My
can
nature is a little
bushwhack
sassy.
across.
It is.
Same Pokemon.
Oh, 6.
You try to bushwhack through what you perceive to be the way to the other path. It all made sense. As you're halfway through, completely off the beaten path, you're getting hit in the face by these stone branches, and then you hit it. You've never known what solid stone thread would feel like until you've run full force into it. It's just this elastic snap that pulls you right back to where you were. The 2 mooks behind you also run with you because they don't have any better ideas and they saw you turn
Sure.
and they're like, that seems like the good idea.
I think we should adopt these guys.
So they also hit
Depends.
the stone string. It's not sticky, but it's essentially a wall and it's going to take a little bit to navigate yourself through. However, the spiders are on your tail and they're getting closer.
Are we like?
We don't know what's going on.
All of you on
We're
the
not
other
Give me
there.
a moment.
you hear just like the snapback of something hard and elastic, and then just like, and then, but in Brooklyn accents.
That is the Brooklyn accent.
Expresses pain in Brooklyn.
It expresses.
That's not good.
Is
That's
there
not
do I
right.
see a bird
Not
anywhere
right.
around me?
A bird?
Or like anything, like a squirrel?
No.
Okay.
You guys can see Vale is about 30 feet off of your path. So you can see her, and you see that only about 50 feet behind them is a horde of spiders coming. I will want everybody to roll initiative at this point.
Okay.
Fair. Okay. Oh, I have 2. 6.
Our initiatives, none of those things went up, right, when we leveled up?
No.
Okay.
15.
15 for Ajax.
21.
Obadiah. 21.
16?
16 from Hecla.
You mocking me?
No, dude. Hold on.
Who has less than 15 above 10?
I have a 6. Oh, wait.
I have a 9.
Okay. Vale is 9. Will is 6. The Mooks have a shared initiative of 8.
The
Wow.
Mooks.
A shared initiative of 8.
I'm presuming that's just their last name.
The Mook
Marty
family.
Mook.
Marty Mook is dead now.
Mook is
Or
spider food.
essentially dead. No
Drew
one's turning
Mook?
back.
True Mook is. And then. Third mook.
Third unnamed mook.
Three mook.
But, sure. Obi, you are first to act here.
Okay, first, I'm going to transition the briefcase from my mage hand to my pack.
Sure.
Is that what action is that?
You can do that.
Okay. And then I think I'm going to cast Sanctuary. So I'm going to pull my you said you said 30, so I'm going to take my for Ethan wasn't here the last time I did this. So I take my my smiling theater mask out of my bag and I toss it towards her and the little propeller pops out and it flies over and slaps onto your face again.
I'm pretty sure this is a season of American Horror Story.
All right, and that gives her.
It's supposedly anything that tries to attack her has to make a will save first. I don't know if that applies to spiders.
So Sanctuary?
But I'm gonna try it anyway. Yeah,
Look up what
Sanctuary.
Sanctuary does.
It is functionally the Sanctuary. I just flavor them as technology instead.
Sanctuary. You ward a creature within range against attack. Until the spell ends, any creature who targets the warded creature must make a... Warded creature with an attack or harmful spell must first make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, this creature must choose a new target or lose the attack or spell. Spell does not protect the warded creature from an area of effects, such as an explosion or a fireball. If the warded creature makes an attack or casts a spell that affects an enemy creature, the spell ends.
Okay. So, possibly protection from spiders, maybe.
Cool.
As long as you don't attack the spiders.
And then.
Define
so
attack.
These spiders,
Poke, poke, stab, stab.
you can
Got it.
see that these spiders are able to, like, just slide in between these trees and rocks. So, you are now, with your brain, imagining that they're probably not stopping and that you might need to
Well,
continue
then I would use my
moving
move
yourself.
to keep going in the direction I was going in.
All right, you were gonna follow the path another 30 feet down.
You're abandoning me?
No, I gave you the mask.
And so this,
Oh
this
my
also
moving.
this web,
God.
it's not sticky, but it's got them
Moving
stopped.
away, right?
It stopped them
I'm
briefly.
30
yes.
feet away from you, behind you, towards the spiders.
I'm not a fighting man.
Wow, you're a little bitch.
We've now
Yes,
entered-
that is another way of putting it.
We've now entered what is a chase scenario. Normally, you're chasing something in chase scenarios. Right now, you're being chased. So on your turn, it's very important. The only distance that matters is where you are in relation to the thing that's chasing you. All these spiders. The spiders are going to move on 0 initiative. Don't get caught, because
Okay.
then we have to combat.
Okay.
But this is what we in the biz call a chase. Hecla, you have an action. You are currently 50 feet away. Or sorry, you are currently 80 feet away from the spiders.
I should have made more friends.
I have an idea.
I have an idea.
You're nowhere near me.
What's your
I'm
idea?
close enough, I think.
Okay.
I was close enough to cast a spell on you, so we were all close. We were all within.
You're
30
all
30 feet.
They're all 30 feet from you, and the
Perfect.
spiders are 50 feet from you.
Double perfect.
Cool.
I would like to run as fast as I can.
All right,
Oh,
you
you're a
can
little
move
bitch
60
too, okay.
feet.
You just go past me.
Okay.
Can someone hold an action in... I believe they can in 5th edition.
Yes, you can
Okay.
hold actions in 5th edition.
When it's your turn, I would like to shout something at you.
Okay. Oh, I'm stuck, I think, actually.
You can always talk as free.
Oh, perfect. Get ready. I'm going to cast a spell. Just get ready to jump, okay?
All right.
Yes. Yes.
So Hecla, you are now
Scream walkie-talkie, yes!
you are now 90 feet away from Vale, and a good. You were 80 feet plus 60 feet, so now you're 140 feet away from the spiders, following the path.
Okay.
I'm gonna remember
So
that.
you have to just remember your distance from the spiders.
I'm 180 feet away.
Yes, 140 feet away from the spiders.
That was wrong. Yes. Okay.
And you
140
are
I'm
feet
80.
away.
You are
Sound of it. Oh, wait, no.
um,
50, 80. I'm 110.
Yes, you're 110. All right. Ajax,
How far away am I from Vale?
30 feet.
And Spider's 50.
Spiders
From-
are 50 feet from Vale, so you're 80 feet from the spiders currently.
All right. So I am going to run
I can
back
track
to Vale.
everybody's.
And I would like to, let's see.
I'm gonna remember that.
Does something have to be living for God to hate it?
Okay, Steve Buscemi, calm down.
Can I
is this
divinely
question?
can I divine smite web?
Yes, you have to hit it with an attack.
We can see. So I guess I'm gonna start hacking at the web.
Okay, go ahead and roll an attack with
The
your
web
sword.
wall
Are you
that like
stuck?
we're in.
No, I'm not stuck. But
Why are you
No.
hitting the web?
I'm trying to.
We're actually stuck. We ran into a web wall.
It's like blocking.
Me and Brooklyn boys.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, I forgot. You
I weigh
personally were
295
stuck.
pounds.
Oh, sorry, I ran
So
away.
you're going towards them.
Yes, I'm
I
going
remember
back to.
that.
I decreased my distance from the spiders to get closer to Vale and hack
Right.
away at this web wall so they can get free.
Go ahead and make a weapon attack.
Ready to jump.
Oof.
It's an 8.
An 8 total. You're actually able to go ahead and hack through these webs, so they will be
Cool.
cleared up. The slashing is helpful,
How much do you weigh? Just
but
in,
you are
like, your
currently now
character?
just 50 feet from the spiders.
Understood.
I'm a high elf. I'm tall and thin. I don't
Perfect.
actually have
Everything
like
should
a
be
weight,
fine.
and I'm also very young.
This is gonna be stupid.
All right,
I'm like a teenager
Vale.
in high
The
elf.
webs have been cleared. What would you like to do?
Jump, right?
Well, hold your action. You say you hold an action to jump when he casts his spell.
Yes. I hold an action to jump until
Okay.
he tells me to jump.
Okay.
But I'm very panicked.
You can still have a move.
Oh, okay.
So if she's just holding her, do you need her to hold her move to jump, or do you need her to hold her real action?
It's whatever you would like to roll.
Yep. So you can still move 30 feet if you'd like to. Maybe now this changes things now that Ajax went and sliced open some webs, made this a little easier. Who knows? So it's your choice. Are you going to listen to the gnome man who told you to jump, or are you going to run?
Oh, I forgot. Ow. Oh, hang on. Okay.
Got to that fast.
I know. I'm gonna jump.
Okay, you're holding action to jump. The mooks are going to run.
Yep.
They've been smoking a few chew cigars, breathing in that smog a little too much. They're actually slower than normal people. They only move 25 feet per movement, so they only
Just
get 50 feet further.
Out of curiosity,
Uh-huh.
for the sake of potential wanton cruelty,
Do you want to hit one of them?
do they provoke attacks of opportunity when they move out of my...
If you perceive them as an enemy, you may absolutely take one opportunity attack at one of them. Drew or unnamed mook.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay. They've moved 100 from the spiders. All right. Will, your action.
Okay. Jump now! And I'm going to raise both my arms back and cast Tensor's floating disc under you.
Oh, sick.
And then as soon as she lands on it, I'm going to sprint towards the group. Like away
Right.
from the spiders.
Right. What does Tensor's disc do?
Tensor's floating disc
Hopefully it moves.
creates a circular horizontal plane of force 3 feet in diameter and 1 inch thick that floats 3 feet above the ground in an unoccupied space within range. Disc remains for the duration, can hold up to 500 pounds, and if more weight is placed on it, spell ends. It's immobile when I'm within 20 feet of it. However, if I move more than 20 feet away from it, it follows me, essentially.
It always stays 20 feet from you.
Yes.
You are now on a disc that is going to be pulled 20 feet to him. So, what
I'm
is your
probably
speed,
like
though?
gripping the
My
edge of it
speed
then.
is 25. However,
Speed
I'm just going to
is
start.
25.
I'm going to start dashing after this turn.
Is it a bonus action or is it a regular action cast?
To spell, it's a regular action.
Okay.
So but I still have my move
So
action.
you go from 80 to now being 105 feet.
I accept.
And you're just on this like.
I'm
And
probably
then
on it
you
like
get
the
pulled
magic carpet,
20.
like on the edge, like oh.
You are pulled all but 20. So that means that you are at 85 feet now from the spiders.
And if you want to, you can also jump onto it.
I can't, right? Because I've already used my action.
Well, I mean, like now you can run up to it and.
Oh, maybe.
I will let you use your reaction to grab hold.
There's no way that I'm more than like 150 pounds. So.
It can
Would you
hold.
like
It can hold up to 500.
Would you like to
Yeah.
athletics check to grab hold of this thing?
So basically, elevator. Weight
Yeah,
limit,
yeah.
pretty much.
Let's try that because otherwise, it's just me versus the spiders, and it's a great way to go down. But I don't want to go down.
Okay.
This is
Go ahead, and athletics check to grab hold of the disc.
It's like just me and the spiders, boys.
What did
That's
you
a
roll?
1. So we're gonna.
Well,
Oh,
Allison,
no.
you did not use your action at all. So you held to jump, but you still have an action. Would you like to use it now to try to help Ajax onto the disc?
Yeah.
And how do you want to help him up? You can
Imagine-
use athletics, or you can try to sling a rope and use maybe a dex stat. I mean, you could definitely try to intelligence him onto the disc. That might not go over so
Idiot!
well.
Do it right next time.
Me.
How much do you weigh?
I weigh 300 pounds. It's like a washing machine just trying to jump on your elevator and miss.
That's what I was worried about.
Break her leg.
How good are you with a rope?
I don't have a rope.
You don't have a
You
rope?
got a kid. Every kid has rope.
What
no
kind
kid does
of
not have rope.
adventure are you?
Well, what kit did you
Do
start
you
off
have
with?
I have a
like a balled
healer's
up
kit,
sheet?
a priest pack, and a thieves tool.
Oh, she may not have a rope.
Oh, the priest pack does not have a rope. I
The
don't think.
thieves' tools, I'm pretty sure, has a rope and grappling hook.
And a
Let's
grappling
double
hook?
check.
I have rope. Not
Time
that it
to
matters
grapple a
because-
washing machine.
I feel like the same problem exists with both of these scenarios,
Yes.
which is mass.
Right.
Thieves'
If I
tool.
I
he
can just feel
actually
like-
if I
It has
could
infinite pulling power. I can just be the wrecking ball that's just like blah blah blah.
This set
Oh,
of
that's true.
tools
If you-
I don't
includes-
have infinite
If you
pulling
use the
power.
force
Oh,
of
no.
the thing, though.
It's just
I'm
like
sorry.
What do you
lockpicking
mean?
tools.
It's
The
got
disc.
a file, lock picks, a small mirror mounted on a handle, narrow bladed scissors, and a pair of pliers.
Use the pliers.
How long
Do you
does
want to try to athletics to grab him?
You do not want to do this.
No, he will take me down. He is 300 pounds.
All right.
I just look up and go. I just.
Well,
I
let
just,
me let
so-
me ask you, God of this world, if I grab onto him, will I fall off the disc?
The priest
we
pack
can
has a
only
blanket.
know once we roll the die and try.
Can I lift 300 pounds of robot?
What's your strength?
-1.
No.
I'm going to look.
No,
I'm going to look up. My eyes are going to flash, become entirely red circles, and I'm just going to say, "Go!"
All right,
All
that's
right,
fine.
The priest pack has a
creepy.
blanket.
If I
that you could,
how
like-
long does Shield of Faith last?
It lasts for up to 10 minutes, up to concentration.
Yep.
That probably won't work then.
Fair enough. Would you like to cast Shield of Faith on him?
Well, do I have to concentrate on it?
Yeah.
Can I concentrate and be flying through the air on the thing?
You're not concentrating on this disc. That's somebody else's spell. Concentration means like you can't have two concentration spells going at the
It's
same
only
time.
broken by like taking damage.
Taking
if you
damage.
fail a con save or something.
Okay.
Or is it a con save?
Yep. It's con save too.
The spiders just mostly function as spiders. They're just stone.
I don't really want to find out personally. I think we can leave that to movie
All
magic.
right.
Hopefully,
All right.
Unfortunately, go ahead. What are you
I
doing?
was gonna cast Shield of Faith.
Okay, Shield of Faith has been cast. The spiders make their move, and they move 70 feet closer. Ajax,
yeah,
the spiders overcome you.
yeah.
Oh
They
no.
walk past you because you're not warm or filled with blood.
Oh.
I'm one of those. I'll let you guess. Okay.
You are ignored by the spiders entirely.
If I were
I'm
socially
picturing, like,
capable,
Jon
I
Snow
would
and the
be
horses just, like-
offended.
Yeah.
If I were socially capable, I think that would offend me. But I
They
don't.
have moved 70 feet closer.
Okay.
Shit.
When one passes over me,
Yes.
that provokes an attack of opportunity.
It sure does.
Surely. Oh. Okay.
Hold on. Do
Punch.
you wish,
Just sword
do you wish
straight
to
up.
do this?
Because
That's
see,
what I was thinking.
when I successfully land an attack of opportunity, its speed drops to 0.
Right.
But then it knows I'm here. I mean, I
But
can't.
only one of them, right?
How many are there? There's 3?
There's 3 big spiders.
No, I don't wish to do this. I don't
Okay.
think this is the correct thing to do. I will become one with the ground.
So, Vale, you are now 15 feet from the spiders. Will, you are now 35 feet from the spiders. Hecla, you are now 70 feet from the spiders. Obi, you are now 40 feet from the spiders. And the mooks are now only 30 feet from the spiders.
They're 20 feet past me. Is that right?
Yeah.
The mooks are further from the spiders than I am.
Yes.
Okay.
But
I
since
gotta double time it if I want to.
I'm so I maybe, but we can look at this though. Like
Obi.
they're 20 feet from me.
It is your turn.
It is my turn.
Yes.
Let me check on a thing really fast.
So you do know
on my
now
phone.
that the spiders move 70 feet.
Yes, so I will have
So
to double
quick
move.
math here. Double moving gets you 60 feet.
Yes.
Which means you don't know how much longer there is of path. And even assuming they'll
I don't
stop
even-
at the edge of the forest,
I don't know. Yeah, what is at the end of the path?
that quite possibly they might overtake you unless you do something.
You are smart. You figured that out.
You have a ring of invisibility given to you by a tiny wet goblin. It's useful for evading big spiders.
How far did you say I was from?
Currently, you are 40 feet away. You can
Okay.
hear their stone fangs chittering. It's a
Ew.
bad sound. It's a
Which is
lot
actually-
of scraping.
I think it's probably pretty nice. Like rocks like that, kind of like a
Like ASMR.
ASMR rock spiders.
ASMR rock spiders to run in terror from.
These could also be like rock spiders, like they have mohawks and like Epicenter live tonight.
Not
What are you
funny.
thinking?
I think
Not
it's
funny.
funny.
Not
So
funny.
I assume
Being
they're moving
banned
well
from
through
jokes.
like trees and brush and
He
stuff,
said
right?
they were.
They
he
are
said they
able
just, like,
to like slide through that, but they are walking mainly on the ground.
Okay.
fuck the ground up.
That is my plan, actually. I'm gonna turn, and I'm gonna hold my arm up,
I'm not on the ground.
and a
Sure, we
nozzle,
suck to be on the
a
ground
nozzle
right
is
now.
gonna, a nozzle is gonna come out from my sleeve,
Uh-huh.
and I'm gonna go gadget grease all over the
Oh,
floor.
Yes! Yes!
Disgusting!
This is a rock slide.
All right.
Ah!
Grease.
Yes.
Read that effect for me, please. Where are you putting it?
Wait,
It
who's
is-
behind
it's
you?
a range of 60
You're
feet.
not- You're
I'm
and
ahead.
I can
You
put
are
it in
ahead.
a 10-foot square right in
But
front
William's
of them.
behind
Right.
him.
How big are they? Can I put it in front of both or just one?
The mooks and the spiders?
Just the spiders. I
What
will
about
deal with the
William?
mooks later.
Okay.
I think I'm in front of this spider.
Yeah, I can get it in between you and the spiders.
Okay.
You can put it right underneath the spiders.
Okay.
Because they're 40 feet from you.
Okay.
They have to pass dexterity saves.
What
Yes,
size is this?
yeah.
What size are these creatures?
They are large. They're not gigantic.
What is large? Is that like?
That means they take up
2
4
squares by 2
spaces.
squares.
Okay.
They have to succeed on dexterity or they fall prone.
So does
Yes.
having 8 legs make you more dexterous, or is it worse because you got to get them all in the right place?
Here's the thing.
You've been ice skating, right? I think more would be worse.
Yes.
Greasing a spider, I believe, this is my personal belief, and you guys can fight me later in the comments section, but I feel like that makes you more prone to grease. I feel like that is more legs to slip.
Ice skating. I'm saying.
So I'm going to roll these
You've ever
spiders'
flailed.
dex saves with disadvantage.
You're
Also, they're made of rock, so they're probably really heavy
What
too.
is the save?
it's like what's the DC?
Yes.
Is that just like my DC or
Right, it's
Yes,
your spell
your
save
spell
DC.
spell
So it should be 8 plus your proficiency plus your spellcasting modifier.
10
I think is intelligence for you.
oh okay. So 10 plus intelligence it's only 12.
Only 12.
Yeah.
Let's see, they've got disadvantage. So the first one slips and falls.
Nice.
The next one also slips and falls.
Hey!
Can we get all 3?
Oh right, there's 3.
Hey, you've slipped all 3 of these spiders.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Clap, clap, clap.
Nice.
I am awesome today.
I say,
Would
woo!
you like to continue running anyways?
Yeah.
Still ran. Yeah, no, you still ran
Hecla.
like a bitch, and I remember.
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
I've been doing great. I don't know what you're talking about. If they got to you, they wouldn't even be able to attack you.
The only
Is there who's in the back right now?
Ajax has
Me.
been overtaken by 20 feet, but they ignored him.
I'm
You
the
can't really
most
see
back.
where he is.
This
I'm
is
only-
discrimination.
Does she look okay?
We'll be filing a
I am
complaint.
15 feet away from them.
15 feet from the spiders, but she's like flying on a little disc.
It's
okay,
like-
she's
Like a magic
probably
carpet.
fine.
It's like
yeah.
literally
Currently
actually
prone,
pod racing.
And how it's half your move to get up from prone?
Who?
Just in general? Half your move to get up from prone?
It is
isn't
half
that
your
it?
movement speed to get up from prone.
Okay, so they can probably only move 35 feet next turn?
Here's the thing. I believe
Unless
Grease
spiders are
says,
different.
Grease says every time you start in that space, you also make the save.
Oh, so they might not even be able to get up next time.
Yes, that's why
Okay.
Grease is
Gotcha.
insane.
Ice skating spiders.
Ricky has talked about
Hilarious.
how Grease is.
That's true.
I've also Grease is.
OP.
Fun fact: it also helps you, in well, at least in Pathfinder, it also gives you an increase to escape artist. Like lube up to get through the tight spaces.
It's really
Disgusting.
funny. I think I would
It's
like
also flammable.
It's also very
Right, it's also
flammable.
flammable.
awesome.
Oh, is it?
Yes. Can you do something with that?
I can.
Do it.
It's not my turn.
I want to
It
keep.
is Hecla's turn.
I want to keep
currently.
running. I don't think there's anything I can do to help, as I'm mostly just a sword
You,
or axe.
you are running another 60 feet, and you can see daylight out of the edge of the forest. About 60 feet ahead of you, you can see the end of the forest.
Can I just yell that or something?
Sure. What do you want to yell?
Spring yell, spring yell.
Hey guys! I found the end of the forest. Here's the exit. Hurry up towards me. The spiders
yelling.
probably can't come out. I don't think.
I
Now
just
the
love the
spiders
idea that like
know.
the spiders show up and Hecla's just gone. Like she just turns.
Nope. I like the woods, but not these woods.
Just this giant buff barbarian woman just disappears. In the
I know
tree.
when to quit.
Just an after image of where she.
Just like Usain Bolt sprinting just away from his
Ajax.
So if my record so far is consistent, what my goal here is to desperately approach something, attack it poorly, and then fall down. So
I mean,
I don't know
you are
if this-
currently 20 feet back from 3 large spiders who have just fallen into some grease. You're welcome to just walk around the grease. The spiders are clearly not interested in you at all.
right. So I guess I can just I'm in spectator mode. So I can just like, hey, how's it go? Oh, that's
If
too
you
bad.
want to put yourself back in between the spiders and Vale, you can definitely walk around and get back in between Vale and the spiders.
Mooks
I
are
mean-
still there too, right?
The
Are you
mooks
flammable?
are currently 30 feet
Not
from the
particularly.
spiders, so they're a little further
I'm
than
wearing
the
less clothing because I'm not wearing any. So
I would say if you dash, you would be able to catch up to the
right.
mooks.
The question is there a value in getting back in danger's way? I mean, I could just chill here and just like wait.
If you'd also like to try to apprehend mooks.
But you know where
they
the
have
exit
not
is.
done anything yet to be...
They were mean
They
to
are-
Marty.
They are definitely racist.
Does your character
slightly.
care?
No, he doesn't. So okay, well, okay. So I will go and go ahead and get with the party. I'm gonna go run back around and then put myself in between them and the spiders. Because hey, if the spiders try and get past me this time, I will attack. Why not? Let's
Sure.
do something.
So you'll be
I'm-
in between Vale and the spiders?
So I was like, fine, come get me, and they just run back over me. Oh, great. And then I just run back around like, let's try it again, but with more robot emotion. So yeah,
Alright.
I robo sprint up and place myself back in between Vale and the spiders.
Alright, Vale, it is your turn. I'd like to just point this out as you're sort of new to 5th edition, but there's the concept that we just sort of briefly touched on, is just holding action. Mm-hmm. You can pick either your main action or your move action and say, I want to do this when this happens. Mm-hmm. So you will wait for that to happen, and when it does, you can move. Because you're currently on a disc that's going to move when Will moves.
Right.
So to maximize your movement options, if you wanted to hold your move till after the disc moved you further, that would probably get you the most distance and still allow you your full regular action, aka your attack or your spell cast now. But it's up to you. The choices are yours and yours alone.
I would like to add in that if the disc is like stopping and starting, what you should do is you should wait till the disc stops and then jump and just Pez launcher yourself forward.
I was thinking about that.
What did you want to try first? Because it looked like you were excited by flammable grease.
Well, okay, so I need a little bit of a layout understanding. So there was a fork,
Okay.
and we cut across this way through a forest, right back
Right.
onto
You're currently
a path.
on the main path, and so
I'm
are
on
the
the path.
spiders. Yes.
And the spiders are on the path.
Yes,
And,
and they
he's
are-
on the path. So
yes.
nothing is in the forest.
Right.
Okay, it's
The
all
forest
on
is
path.
made of stone,
The whole forest is made of stone?
and it's all petrified stone.
The spiders are also made of stone though, so
Yes, well, bits and pieces of them. There's definitely some insectness in there.
good. That'll burn. All right.
Well, I was trying
That'll
to
cook up nice.
avoid burning the whole forest.
It's like you just have like these giant statues of spiders that are now covered in grease. They're now on fire, undaunted. we could have just made this a lot worse.
Roll to grill spider.
Crunchy.
I mean, rock lobster's good eating. Might as well test this out.
What are your thoughts?
The spiders are on the ground, right?
Yes. Fallen over, covered in grease.
Pitiful, really. Very sad.
Grease is
One spider, is way back at his little home trap door, munching on some Marty Mook right now.
Maybe he wanted a friend.
a friend over for dinner, perhaps.
I have the last remains of Marty in my backpack.
Oh god.
You know what? Why not? I'm going to use burning hands. And I'm going
Ooh,
to.
It creates a cone of flame in front of you, doesn't it?
It does.
Oh, that's better than
Or
Pathfinder's.
behind me, I'll turn
What is
around.
it? Burning hands, you have to touch it in
No,
Pathfinder's. right?
Pathfinder Burning Hands is a cone spell.
Oh, okay.
It sounds like it shouldn't be, but
Burning
cone?
hands is your
It's a
hands
cone.
ignite, and you put them together, and you go.
Final Buster. Yeah.
And it.
You
and
kame.
it- Yeah.
Just out of
It's a
curiosity.
Hadouken.
So-
That's why
Okay.
monks get it a lot.
They have to make a deck save against it,
Okay.
They are prone, so
But-
they probably will not
They
do
are
very
prone.
well.
right? It's
it's-
three.
so here's
it
the
is-
thing.
But
It's- it's
The
stone.
grease is going to ignite whether they make the save or not.
Real quick,
So
though,
go ahead and
Ah.
roll your damage, and I will make the saves.
it's a
4d6.
cone spell,
Awesome.
right?
Huh?
Cone spell.
Yes.
I don't have that.
Do I need to make a deck
everyone-
save?
You do need to make a dex save.
Gotcha.
I need everyone to roll a d6. It's 4d6.
Sure.
Do you want me to roll your spell damage?
With our
No.
D6s
Okay.
combined.
All right, everybody's
Oh
combined.
wait, I have
D6s.
4d6.
But
No, but I like
Ian
this
has
better.
to save because Ian is in the way.
Yeah.
Ethan, Ian, and Rachel also roll a d6.
Wait, are they all
5.
behind me?
No. I
Just to
thought we
combine
were
the damage.
Ajax has
Oh.
walked and like got in front of you again, but
Then you turned around and
this is fine.
I thought you
though.
said you just walked in front of me.
I got in between you and the spiders. You were
Oh.
at the back of the party. I'm
this
in there.
is fine.
It's okay.
This is fine.
You asked me if
He's
I burned.
durable.
This is. That is a 3.
3 is probably not going to pass the save, so you're gonna be taking the damage.
Maybe you're a really
What'd you get?
terrible.
Am I doing it?
Yeah.
Yeah. roll the
Everyone
damage.
needs to roll a d4.
Whoa,
It's
Jumanji
a
rules.
A D6.
Or yeah,
D6.
Roll it
d6.
again, or
It's also a 1.
5.
And Rachel
I got a 5.
and
Okay, so that's 10. That's
10 total
damage.
fire damage. That was a bad d6 there. But
with our D6s combined, kind of
The-
shitty.
the spiders
you,
make
thank
a
you.
like shrieking noise somehow. Like it's just the straight grinding of stones. It's just like
Ew.
as they like ignite in flame and
Ugh.
take extra damage from the grease, which is an extra d6 of fire damage per turn.
Greasy.
Hell yeah.
Being on fire, the stone spiders curl up and roast alive.
Yay!
It doesn't smell that bad
Awesome.
because they're mostly rocks, but it does smell a little bad, and it's terrifying. But you don't feel so bad.
I mean, all I've eaten today is some trail mix. This roast spider doesn't sound too bad.
So to be
Like to consume?
be a little indecent for a moment.
Roasty toasty.
Can I lay
spiders.
hands on myself?
Yes, you may definitely. You've taken 10 fire damage.
Yes, I would like to restore 10 paladin health.
Absolutely. Through
I
the
can also
holy
heal you
light,
pretty well.
You heal yourself.
My eyes just like
You're a paladin?
Well, eventually.
You actually heal exactly 10 back.
Yeah.
So you just like anime charge through the fire, just like.
That's much better than what I thought was slip, fall, and they don't even bother going around. I sprint around and go, ha! And then I get blasted from fire from behind. And then they all die. And like, my holy symbol's smoking, and I'm like,
I just picture like a radiant shield, just that like Halo overshield appear over you as the fire hits.
That sounds nice.
The chase is over. Everybody starts to regroup near the edge of the forest. The mooks, however, they are now on to you.
Fuck 'em.
Schwinn is with you.
Oh,
And
right.
Hecla is with you.
All right.
right, I'm sprinting that way.
Why the fuck
Hey,
didn't
what's-
Schwinn do anything?
What's going on here?
I put
gonna
myself
draw my
in between
crossbow.
Mooks and Schwinn and say, all right, here's the deal. I'm very good at this. Come one step closer and you will see exactly how good. And I swing my sword out like butterfly knife style from inside my arm, and it like swings around and I'm holding it like reverse grip up across my body.
Yes. That is roll intimidation.
I think I can do that.
Can I
Everybody,
That
can
is some
everybody
anime
can
nonsense.
assist the
We all assist
intimidation.
by
I
like to it.
love it.
Would you all like to brandish weapon?
Yes, Avengers
I do,
lineup.
I do.
Avengers lineup.
I'm just going to wheeze from running a lot.
Oh man.
That is
Okay.
a 22.
22. Who assisted?
I did a 1.
You are still running.
Huh?
Why do I always
Are you
fail
joining?
these?
Are you joining in this?
Me?
Yes.
I'm
Maybe
kind
these
of
dice do something.
okay. So I will be like,
Here's the thing. There is a +1 morale boost to skill checks if you're doing something as 5 people.
okay.
That's cool.
Okay.
I will.
Due to
Are you
the-
still on the disc?
It's a position of power.
I guess so, but it stopped moving because you
I only
did.
got a 5.
You only got a 5.
Yeah.
Somehow you crossbow the wrong way.
Well, you guys
I
are
haven't used it before.
currently aiding, so you're just looking to get above 10 to add to Ian's roll. So what'd you get?
12.
12. So we're at 23 now. Intimidate. What'd you get,
Oh,
Rachel?
3.
How are you intimidating?
How am I intimidating?
Yeah, how are you intimidating?
I'm
Before
taking
rolling, what
my-
were you going to do?
I was gonna take out my axe and yell.
That's intimidating.
I'm going to give you advantage because they currently know you as a murderer and face destroyer.
Oh yeah.
So you have advantage. You may re-roll your die and
Whose
take the
face
higher
did you
number.
destroy?
I didn't,
guess.
but the thing
Okay,
did.
All right.
So
You do not have to intimidate if you don't
well,
want to.
so I'm a little gnome, but I'm also like
Having a rough
I'm kind of like an old.
Two.
I'm like an old
I
man.
did slightly better.
Things Hecla did.
You can
I'm
do
gonna-
the old. I've got a spirally wand, and I don't know what's gonna happen.
about
What I,
to
but-
play
what I am gonna
bagpipes.
do is pull out my quarterstaff and just
Thank
kind of
God.
like,
Can I see that
you know,
one?
okay. Do you remember Wind Waker? Remember that old guy with the massive head? How he angrily stomped hit the ground with his
Yeah.
stick.
Thank you.
I'm gonna just like do that as like puffs of smoke come out of my ears angrily.
Okay, that's intimidating.
Just like we were having a nice walk through the woods and then spider. 15 plus 2?
Cool.
17?
So that adds an extra 1. So what is the total now?
That's 24 plus the +1 morale for doing it in 5s. We can do 25, which is a multiple of 5. It's 5 5s. So I think that gives us an extra 5.
Drew Mook turns and runs. He rolled a 1 to contest this. He just turns and runs. The other Mook, unnamed Mook, sort of turns his head and sees his brother run away. All right, you're lucky today, but Devant, don't forget. And we're coming back with more people, so you best not be here. We'll get you next time. Schwinn and your little tough buddies. And he's gonna slowly back away and walk off.
Can I also
What
can
an
I,
exit.
can I roar at him again?
When you do, he does shudder a little bit. His facade broken.
Is he like
I think we have to hear the roar.
Go ahead.
I think last time we established a sort of roar in a high pitched voice.
It's fine. Just do it.
I don't remember.
That was great.
But
There's
longer.
a little laugh
that,
at the end.
that
It
was
great.
worth the clip.
Is
Sorry.
this nerd like trying to back up and be intimidating? Like, oh, we'll be
Yeah.
here next.
Yeah.
Is he like
It doesn't
slowly
make a lot of
walking
sense. Like,
backwards?
hey,
Yes.
you
What
better
a
not
nerd.
be here because we're
Okay.
gonna come back to this
All right.
forest.
What do
If
you
he's
wanna
if
do?
he's doing
He's
that,
like, oh man,
If he's doing that,
I'm gonna minor conjuration like a confetti ball in my hand and throw it at his face if he's just trying to be all tough.
okay.
That's exactly what
It,
you're
it doesn't do anything. It's just like it's
Pop
basically
confetti.
You know those eggs that have confetti in them that
Yeah.
like
Yes.
ruin everything? It's literally
Yeah.
one of those. I'm just throw it at his face if
This
he's trying to be
humors me.
tough.
All right. Well, up yours, and then just with a tear in his eye. He flinched. He definitely flinched. Like
Oh,
he's walking backwards,
no, I
right?
feel bad for him.
now he's just turned and run.
Oh,
He's trying
can
to
he make a
kill
dex save
you.
back through the grease?
Huh? I'm not walking through the dead roasting spiders. Also, fire on grease makes the grease gone.
Ah.
That
Pop
makes
spiders. It's popcorn now.
All right.
A little burnt.
Pop
You guys
rocks.
had a rough day. I kind of feel bad for him.
I
Almost.
don't.
They came ill prepared.
That
They
was
didn't consider me sentient. They didn't consider me worth exsanguinating.
All right. So, if you would like to investigate what you've gotten off of them.
Oh yeah, I would like to look at my briefcase.
All right. Inside the briefcase, you do find a vial of this black liquid that seems to be like shifting always.
Hey.
You also find 2 daggers that are connected in multiple cords.
Okay.
And the dagger handles seem to have like thick crystals attached to them.
Ooh,
Okay.
What have you got in that briefcase?
It looks like there's a switch on one.
On one of the daggers?
Yeah.
The daggers are connected together,
Yes.
so like we're talking like dagger chucks.
Sort of, yes.
I want to pocket the ink.
Huh?
I want to pocket the ink,
Sure.
and I want to push the button.
Turn on the lightsabers, please.
When you
I would like to
when
turn
you
on the
press the
lightsaber,
button,
please.
when you press the button, there's a high-pitched like whining noise that starts building, and it seems to be getting louder and louder and louder. And then it finally just goes, and you see the whole cord just electrifies. You are still holding these daggers, so you are going to be a hit with.
Oh,
Aren't you an electric dragon?
I am actually.
Oh, you
yeah,
resist
no, I have
this.
lightning resistance.
Hey, so
Thank you.
it would have been 8 lightning damage. You only take 4 lightning damage.
Okay.
So these are throwing
That still hurts,
daggers.
though.
And if you they're connected in the middle. If you miss both, it's a dex save to get electrocuted.
Okay.
oh, they're like bolus?
Yeah,
Like, oh, that's scary.
this
like
is what these people would have fought you
So
with.
they're like,
These
so
are
you know what
these
I
are
just
bolus
kind of
are,
put it
right?
there.
This is
Ooh.
their
The coconuts attached
It's
by a rope.
taser
throws
beglery.
them, like,
So
points around.
yeah,
Oh.
essentially,
Taser beglery.
essentially,
Gotcha.
if they both hit, then you're gonna take a bunch of lightning damage. If one hits, you're gonna take some lightning damage, and if they both miss, you might still take lightning damage.
Nice.
Weird.
It can also just be set as a tiny little electrical wire.
Okay.
It can only activate once per day. The crystals have to recharge in the sun.
Okay.
Fascinating.
I feel like this is a great way to activate our infinite inertia gear from a little bit farther away.
From the outside, I'm just holding them, and I just kind of like, just like I
Right.
like touched a power socket or something, and I just let like some lightning loose up in the air from like lightning breath. I just sort of like, just from
So
While. Well,
Guys.
Go ahead.
these are great.
Do humans do that? Is that what happens?
I'm not a human.
That's not a
man.
human.
I don't. Okay. I don't think you understand what I mean, but that's okay.
Can you do that in a thunderstorm?
Yeah. I mean, it's not. It's,
Can we
Irrelevant.
use your
Schwinn
talent?
speaks up. Those are electro daggers.
What, you interrupted me, Schwinn.
Yes, ma'am.
I didn't like it.
I'm sorry.
Thank you for your apology. Please continue.
Those have been known to be used by some of the toughest criminals and enforcers. It really does it all.
Why do these guys
Torture,
have one?
interrogation, or just bringing down anybody in the streets. Really a Swiss Army knife of back alley dealings, really.
I'm making a note that Switzerland exists.
Edit that out. No, I didn't say it loud enough.
So those guys didn't seem that tough. I mean, they seemed,
They would have been tougher if they had been using them.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
it's true.
This is a very incorrect way to do this.
They're also being chased by spiders.
So, Allison, what is your character's name again?
Vale.
Vale. Would I know that? You haven't told me your name.
I don't think
No.
she's spoken to you at all.
Okay. I'm gonna approach you because you're probably still on the disc, the floating disc.
Oh, sure.
And I'll say,
Petrified.
I'm probably gonna get rid of that. I'm sorry. That looked a lot cooler in my head, and I don't run that fast. I'm gonna dispel it whenever you're ready to stand on your legs again.
That's okay. I appreciate the thought, I guess.
Are you gonna? You're
I'm gonna get off.
Okay. And then I'll just like, and it'll just go away.
Okay.
And then I'll walk back towards whatever we were.
I would
towards.
like to turn to Ajax, and I'm gonna put my hand on your shoulder, like Spider-Verse style, like
You can't start off a sentence with spider. Right now.
traumatized.
Also, electric
Give me your
shocks aren't
best
great
hey.
either.
Oh, okay. All right.
Good.
Hey.
And
There we go.
But I'm gonna say, thanks for saving me twice, and then I'm going to change my eye color to multitude of eye colors. They're just gonna flash like different colors,
I say,
and then that's
okay.
it. And then I'm gonna stop. And be like,
And then I was just gonna style on him with my eyes.
I say,
that's literally all I'm doing.
it's what I'm for. And then I do it back with my eyes.
Hecla is very
I
amused.
can't do that. I'm sorry. I don't know how to change my. Actually, I can minor illusion, but it'll just.
I only just remember that when we first met, you cared about everyone's eye color and hair and clothings.
Right. This is definitely going in the notebook.
Was that a
It's
reward
also
for
literally
him?
the first time I've ever seen color on you. So
That's true, probably.
So I don't know when you want to like cut this short, but
So this, I mean, we are going to be at the edge of the forest, looking upon like a little ruins area near the cliff there, and we'll cut it off here. I feel like we make it to the portal, and the portal is activated. It's probably the best plan.
okay.
Just
is-
for time,
yeah,
because
that
we're
sounds-
at 2
sounds
hours
right.
and 10 minutes at this point.
Doesn't sound like it would take too much longer to.
Nope.
Okay.
You can give your goodbyes at the portal, and you might come back as a character guest again.
No, if you need me.
But your character was amazing. I was very happy.
Yeah,
Your character was great.
Yeah,
Feel
I
like
love the
a-
fat
Oh,
rat.
your
The
character
fat
was so
rat.
cute.
Oh, Rathu is like.
Rathu is my favorite
Rathu was a
PC.
great name.
Ew.
I'm coming back for Percy.
So wait, are we like gonna go to the portal, or are we just?
Yes, we're going to the portal,
Okay.
and you're going to
Percy
wish
has my
them off
scarf.
on their
True.
journey, and you're going to, set the different Stargate
Chevrons,
bits,
yeah.
the chevrons, and
So
Good
For
we're
ya, boy.
but we're like
Ethan.
currently looking at the cliffs now where the thing is.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I'll. If that's the case, I'll be like, oh, it's right down. It's behind that, but it's down in those little sea cliff caves. It shouldn't be very far now, and there shouldn't be any more spiders. I promise this time.
Big
hopefully.
promise.
he laughs.
Sweating like
We get a
wiping.
new spider every day.
At
So
least no more rock spiders, just the ocean spiders.
Just ocean spiders, of course.
Isn't that just like octopus?
Everything in the ocean.
Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
sea
fair.
stars.
Lobster.
Oh, that's better.
Lobster?
Deep sea isopods. No. Ah, I hate them.
That was fun. That was a fun game.
So you wish them well, and the light takes them, and maybe you guys end up in the Elvish Kingdom. We'll find out next time. So thank you guys for joining in for Kilnspark, and thank you, Ethan, for playing the wonderful guest character,
Yeah.
William Whistlefiz.
William Whistlefield. I didn't get to use my dumb thing. That's a shame.
That's okay. There was lots of combat
I'm
planned,
sure you'll be
and
back.
you guys did masterfully avoiding combats.
Oh, not
Yeah.
even the combat thing. I mean my really dumb thing.
Oh, you have a dumber thing?
It was gonna be as a part of me as saying goodbye. I have
Oh.
I have a single spell scroll in my little backpack. I
Okay,
pull
go
it
ahead,
out.
do this.
Okay. So as y'all are being taken by the light of the elven teleporter to the elven city, I'm going to pull a small spell scroll out of my pocket and cast it, and I will go, and you'll hear a like the classic magic poof.
Yeah.
And I will be about this tall, and then I will grab the back of the cuff of my clothing with mage hand and fly away.
Aww.
And
Wow.
that's it. That's how I'm getting home, because I'm not walking back through that forest.
I don't blame you.
Genius.
What a great goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Actually, my voice is probably higher. Goodbye. My rat like hanging onto my legs.
Enlarge, reduce.
It's
Yeah.
reduced.
I clap.
I have so little idea what's happening.
Embrace it.
What an exit for a
Hell,
wonderful guest character.
Absolutely.
And maybe we will see him again because he did not die.
I'm shocked that I didn't. I was ready to die. I was ready to cast a spell and then just explode.
Oh yeah, your magic item. And you could have turned one of the spiders into a potted plant. You don't know.
I could have also turned myself into a potted plant.
You also could have accidentally made a spider immune to damage for 5 minutes.
I would not want that to happen.
Neither did my
Maybe-
party when I gave them that item, and they hit the big boss dragon at the end of a dungeon and made him immune to damage for 5 minutes in the middle of the fight.
We're just gonna
maybe at
hit
that point, like the spiders would be thankful and would.
So, anyways, guys, I've been Ricky, and this has been Kilnspark. So thank you for listening, and have a wonderful, adventurous day.
Bye.